It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October 28th, 2024, and we're coming to you live. Oh, Gio, I didn't think you were going to make it today. Stand by. I have to use my, first of all, my son, I don't understand that kid. I don't know. He's not going anywhere. Then he's gone at 1 o'clock in the morning. Then he comes back at 2 o'clock in the morning, and with McDonald's, the kid just leaves to eat. You did not use the Starbucks card today?
I did.
It did not come up on my thing.
Oh.
So when you were up against the intro, I said, "Oh no, Gio did not. Gio's not going to make it today."
What do you think?
I
I
thought for sure.
Overslept? Low grade fever?
I thought you were in Plant City. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I use it like I always do.
All right, it didn't come up on my thing. We might have stole this one.
He did mess around with the computer a minute.
So I go to. I'm sorry. I almost. Tom went to Starbucks yesterday. Tom was picking me up on the way to go to the tailgate party on Sunday, and the tailgate starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's funny because Tom did wake me up yesterday.
Oh, he did?
To tell me on Sunday morning about his Starbucks experience.
He has no
concept
of time whatsoever.
No. Yeah,
if he's up, you're up.
I didn't answer the phone.
Right.
And then I received a text of why he was calling.
Right.
And I forgot to respond. Now, don't take it personal, Tom. I meant to respond to your text.
No, take it personally.
I forgot.
Tom texted me at 4:30, and he's like, "Hey, boss, I know you're gonna have to go to work." No, I'm not. I still have another half hour to sleep. Leave me alone.
When I get a phone call that early in the morning, I fear something's wrong.
Right.
And it's not Tom and Starbucks line.
and the people that assume that you're up that early on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's like the only time you can sleep in at all, whatever.
I think it was like right before 8. I'm like, Sunday, I'm going to sleep in a little bit. My phone goes off.
So here's a question. If you're going to text, what is the parameters of you texting or calling? 10 o'clock.
On a weekend?
Oh, on a weekend. Okay.
You can text me whenever.
On a weekend, I'm talking about in the AM. On the weekend, I'm not texting you if it's before 10 o'clock. Now, if it's my father, somebody I know who's always awake, or somebody like that, then I know who I can text. But for the most, like you, I wouldn't text before 10 o'clock, even though you might be up.
I'm 100% up.
Right.
But I would also say 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say 9 o'clock, especially like us. I would assume everybody's up by 9 o'clock. I'm not going right at 9.
You're not calling.
No, I'm not calling.
Yeah.
I'm never calling.
No.
A text
and then,
to me is different than my phone ringing nonstop.
Yeah. Depending.
Well,
and then what is the what's the cutoff for weeknight? What's
for
the
us?
cutoff? No, just like for anybody that you would talk to.
It depends on who it is. Like my brother, I know I could text whenever.
Yeah.
And Pete, I could text whenever, but like I wouldn't text you guys past 9:30.
Yeah, I would go 9.
Yeah.
I would go 9.
I would text after 7.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I'm
I
not
would
calling.
text. But 7 o'clock, I'm like, hey, is it cool if I call you or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a very polite thing that people do. Is they'll be like, "Hey, you got time for a phone call?" And I'm like, you've already bugged me with a text, so yes,
That's what
I can talk. No, you're right, Carmen. It's a polite thing to do, but I'm like, you already went that far.
But no, I feel the same way you do. I'm like, if you're gonna text me, just call me.
Yeah.
The sound is the same coming from the same device, no matter what.
I mean, I get it. People are trying to be nice, but
right.
I think I've known Mike now almost 20 years. We've talked on the phone twice.
Yeah. If I call you on the phone, it's because it's an immediate thing that we need. Yeah.
Yeah, or there's a lot to discuss.
Yeah, it's too much to text. Yeah.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. Middle conversation. Text back and forth 3 or 4 times, then I just go, I gotta call. You gotta hear it from, how I'm telling it.
If you call me, I'll do this. I'll look at the phone and I'll go, oh, hello. I do it. I'm like, oh.
Hello.
Yeah, I usually give you a yo.
Yeah.
And then can you talk whatever? Because, stories come across much better if you're telling them and texting them and with all the details and stuff.
I'm not mad at Tom. I was just like, oh, geez, what's going on?
But okay, but do you know what Tom called Gio about? Why it was so important?
I'm sure it was very important. He said something about Starbucks.
Tom, on the way here, he was coming from past my house, so I said, hey, would you mind stopping at Starbucks? So he had to go in because he had the Sprinter. He can't take it to the drive-thru.
Okay.
I have to leave here at 9 o'clock to get to the tailgate on time at 10 o'clock. So I walked outside and I'm pacing in my driveway in my jersey in the sun. And I text Tom and he's like, "Hey boss, I've been at Starbucks. I got here at 10 to 9. It's 20 after 9 now or something, like 15 after 9. He goes, I'm still waiting for him. I go, leave.
Yeah,
I have to get to the tailgate.
At what point do you make a decision?
Well, Tom made a decision. He got my coffee and he came pick me up and he got me to the tailgate on time. But in the meantime, he already spoke to 2 people that work there and the manager of that store, and he's straightening that store out and Collier. He's on it. That is why Tom is the greatest in the world, because he went out of his way to. There's no reason he should have to wait that long. So he came back to me. All right, I found out they were short staffed on Sunday morning. Like, I know who called in sick, what the deal was, and he is deep diving, man.
He was letting me know that he understands my struggles, and he's going to try and do something
He
to
may
fix
have
it.
straightened it out for you.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
He's
Thank
gonna
you,
get a
Tom.
job at Starbucks now.
No, he didn't need a job. He's infiltrated management already.
I'll just work here, boss.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's doing some
just here till-
investigations.
I'm going to be here till I straighten it out.
Can't drive you.
He's the best, dude. He's the absolute best. We went to tailgate yesterday, and it was nice. It was nice weather. It wasn't that hot or anything like that, and it was the creamsicle day. I broke
Man, a lot of creamsicle. I was watching the game. A lot of people have the creamsicles.
I hate the creamsicle.
Yeah?
I'm done with it. Yeah, I'm
'cause
so
we
done with
we
it.
got our ass kicked
We
every time
never,
out.
yeah, we never win when we have it.
Oh.
The entire time, the Bucks are known for being the losingest football team in all football during the creamsicle era.
Yeah.
Gio wants
Let
to
it
go.
go.
Gio wants to go back to the jerseys with the alarm clock numbers after
No.
Jameis's
No,
performance.
that I don't want either. That I don't want either. Just the red jerseys or the white. That's the way. The creamsicle. Let it die. Let it die.
I mean, once a year.
no, let it die.
Once a year, man. I like the way I wore my creamsicle Crocs yesterday, which is the only time I can actually wear those.
Oh.
Yep. So, yeah, it was a nice morning. It started out good. And
I would
then it was
imagine creamsicle Crocs look a lot like circus peanuts.
They look
Sounds
exactly like
delicious.
circus peanuts. And I also really thought, like, I was wearing an old school Mitchell and Ness Mike Allstott creamsicle jersey.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of yellow.
They're all all the colors are messed up.
Yeah. I didn't
There's
like it at
nothing
all.
that's right.
I was at the Lightning game on Saturday, and I was like, "Ooh, let me stop in the shop and see what they got because I need more hats. So many hats, it's ridiculous." But I stopped in there and I got a monochrome blue on blue Lightning hat. It's real nice.
So did they abandon the black jersey?
No,
I know the night games were black jersey, or is that only a certain
They
time?
did-
I think
whatever?
it's just once.
yeah, they
couple
do
times
every
a
once in a while.
season.
But they had the 3 stripe, the black with the 3 stripe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I saw them wear it. I just didn't know. I thought Saturday nights were the blackout nights. Or
Yeah, because I have the black with the silver logo. That's pretty cool, and I have a hat like that too that I really like.
Yeah, they got a good color scheme, man, and they got a lot of good alternative uniforms. So, everybody prepared for Halloween?
Yeah, I actually got candy the other day.
We did too.
I was like, all right, I'll get some candy. And I was like, I don't know how much to get because, it's on Thursday. Some years we get a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some years there's like 4.
Yeah, that's how it is here. And I don't know. I'm not. I'm supposed to have lights installed in my house today, so that would be the only decoration we have.
There was a big debate at my house because my wife has this idea that she wants to hand out juice.
Juice.
Oh no!
And
What is she trying to be a cult leader?
myself and all my kids like juice.
Yeah.
Like instead of candy?
Yeah, I'm
Are
like-
you-
Like juice boxes?
Yeah, like
What a
some type of
teacher.
like juice boxes. But she's like, well,
would you
they'd
let
be
your kids
thirsty.
eat that?
No.
No.
By the way,
Never.
did you ask her if she wants juice boxes thrown through your window?
Yeah, that's what my daughter said. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna be juice lady."
Yeah.
Then they come back. Then the juice breaks in their bag, and they come back and throw it on our lawn.
You know what's
See,
worse?
I think she's thinking that they could have it as they go because usually, like when you're trick or treating, you get a little thirsty, you get a little parched.
Right, so
That's-
make a punch bowl.
Yeah, that was her idea, but
Yeah.
it instantly got outvoted and shot down immediately.
Plus, you're going to have local news show up because you're going to have a bunch of people out in front of your house chanting juice, juice, juice. Oh, no, they're saying juice.
Donald
They're
Trump
saying
has
juice.
affected Gio's neighborhood.
So we all call my wife Juice Lady the rest of the day.
So,
Yeah, that's a bad pull.
you know what's
Yeah.
worse than that? Irene, the old lady up the block from where I live, she used to give us pennies.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there was always that one lady.
Who wanted her old rusted pennies? And then later on, she had diabetes, and they cut her leg off and then her arm out. So now she was a zombie
Yeah.
woman
Well,
handing
that's
out
why
rusty
she wasn't
pennies.
giving out candy.
Yeah, probably.
She was eating it
all
all.
the candy.
We
Yeah.
should give out. I think we should give out juice box. Like no.
We had a neighbor that would give apples. And every year, apples. And every year, we would ding dong ditch them. They would open the door and we'd whip the apples from the road.
Of course.
Yeah. I remember my brother made it into their foyer and it was like, and just
Yeah.
exploded.
What about
The Bible.
Well, you got a Bible?
There was always a lady that had
Yeah.
that like worked at the church, but they gave away the mini
The little
Bible.
At
mini
least she
one,
mixed in with Twixes, right? You didn't know she was putting in your
Nope,
bag.
it was just Bible.
Yeah, I remember that too.
My
Yeah.
wife said, she goes, I wanted to get toys, little toy. And I go, little toys? I go, well, for what? And she goes, no, with candy. I go, all right.
Okay.
I go,
Yeah.
if it's little
Yeah.
kids and you're giving them stuff and candy, all right, that's
Little
fine.
vampire teeth.
Right.
Little
exactly.
robot
Yeah.
car or something. I got you.
Yeah, my wife's like, no, we'll be memorable from all the kids.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be memorable.
Jerk off juice people.
And my
I'm
daughter's
on
like,
Gio's
no.
wife's side. Give the juice.
My daughter goes, no. She's like, full Snicker bar house is memorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Juice
yeah.
lady is not.
But how about this? If you don't want people to come trick or treating, do juice one year, and then they'll never come
that's
back.
true.
They'll be like, pass.
Yeah.
That was juice lady.
I don't know what I'm doing because
Juice lady.
my daughter's going trick or treating with her friend,
Yeah.
so they don't do it here. And I might have just powered down the house.
Is this your first year?
Of what?
Like no trick or treating with the kids?
Not being
No,
involved.
no.
Between
I usually go to my brother-in-law's neighborhood because he lives in Halloween land.
okay.
It's like they got giant spiders on their roofs and things like that. And remind me to tell you something about that. So they have a good showing over there and a bunch of kids that we usually go over there. But I sit inside and watch football with my brother-in-law where they all go and
Nice.
do their shopping.
Yeah.
All right.
They have. I'm not sure if I have this story right, but they have a giant cock in their driveway, a big rooster,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 13 feet tall. It's giant.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's an Italian thing to have a rooster or a chicken in your kitchen or some. I almost said that S word. Some stuff like that.
Okay.
My grandmother, when we moved into our first house, she brought us a little statue of a rooster, and she goes, "You keep this in your kitchen." I go, "For what?" And she goes, "For good luck." And I go, "Okay."
I do remember a lot of ceramic
Yeah.
chickens when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
That was a very farm, but I thought it was just like farm.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I didn't know it
Decor.
was a
Joe,
Italian.
you know about that?
We always did have a chicken.
Yeah.
And we actually had a chicken clock or a rooster clock.
Or, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So anyway, we had that little statue in the windowsill in the kitchen in my old house, and anyway, I'm driving through the neighborhood, and this is the when you go to Costco and they have the giant skeleton, it's $400 on
Yeah.
it. You wonder who's buying this. It's this neighborhood where my brother lives. Everybody on that street and if they don't have that, they build some sort of tunnel on their concrete. So when you walk past their house, you got to walk through a scary tunnel. Like, it's a nice little neighborhood, even though I hate Halloween. And the cock is on the lawn. And I said, "Well, what's that have to do with Halloween?" And my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, nothing." She goes, "That's just to make the HOA mad." And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Somebody, I don't know, they had a fight with the HOA or something. So they put that on their lawn and they kept it there until the last possible minute of if you don't take this down,
Right.
we're going to get." And then when they took it off, another neighbor put it on. Then they get the letter, and then they get and they're passing the cock around from house to house.
I like it.
And I think it's hilarious. Now I drive through, and I'm like, "Where's the cock?
Yeah.
Where's the cock?" And I drive through the thing, and it's hilarious.
Party with those
I
people.
feel like that audio is going to come back to bite me in the ass.
The origin of the Italian ceramic rooster pitcher is legendary. From an event in 1478, the Medici family ordered the artisans to make ceramic rooster pitchers to honor the roosters that woke them up from an assassination attempt.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're sleeping.
The Medicis gave the pitchers to the peasant families of Galliana as a symbol of good luck and protection. Today, it's traditional to give rooster pitcher as a gift to symbolize good luck and protection.
All right.
Yeah,
See,
there
that
you go.
makes sense. I like that. If only we had a box we could ask the answer to instead of wondering our own.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
Figured it out. Wow. I got to be honest with you. A long time ago, I did an open letter to people that don't know how to Google it.
Yeah.
You should just Google it. People still don't. I mean, you guys know
No.
about Google, right?
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
People do
unbelievable.
It's free,
not.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to Google it anymore. You can literally ask Siri.
Yeah, you don't have to type nothing.
Yeah, you can just do it.
That brings this up. Thank you, Galvin.
Yeah.
So Sunday nights, it's kind of dreadful when there's football you don't want to watch on. And there's only one show, and that my daughter used to like when she was a kid. My son used to like when he was a kid. And for some reason, it's just like background TV, and that's America's Funniest Home Video, the Alfonso Ribeiro version.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie. I'm like, when it comes on, I roll the show, and I go, "Oh, how is this still on TV?" And then 20 minutes into it, I'm like, "This show's so funny."
My son used to get mad at me because it would be on a certain time after something, so we'd always watch
Right.
it. It was like on after this, and I would just roll into that. And my son, whenever he was younger, he goes, "You shake your head through this whole show," and I go, "Yeah, because they're idiots." And I'm watching it, and I'm like, "Of course, the crocodile's going to bite your face."
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's the obvious fake videos, then there's the good ones, and then there's like, I can't believe I just saw that happen.
When somebody gets in the top 3, and it's like a little girl spilled her juice, I'm like, "That's the top 3."
I don't understand.
You got to be kidding me.
Like, have you seen the video? And I'm sure you have because you've seen every video. And if not, please send this to Calvin. The video of the dog playing that game, excuse me, with the dinosaur or the alligator rather, where you have to push the teeth down and it may bite your hand.
Oh yeah, and
the dog smiles.
Yeah.
How does a dog smile like that?
Some dogs
that
do that
should
though,
win some money. That video.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have it on last night. If anybody else experienced, I think that we were watching the Channel 7 ABC version out of Sarasota. I don't think it was local. There's 2 of them on my YouTube TV, and I think it was the Sarasota version, not the WFTS that's here in Tampa. And Alexa was playing under the video. Does that happen to anybody?
No.
So let's just say the dog is smiling. And then they're showing the video and it's going, and then all of a sudden you're, dog approaches game. Dog takes pond. Alligator's mouth. Alligator
I
bites.
know what happened.
Dog smiles.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
What?
You have your TV hooked up to Alexa to where you can tell it to change the channel or do whatever.
No.
You do.
But I don't even have an Alexa. I don't even have an Alexa in that room.
That's one of like the accessibility functions where if you're blind, it describes what's happening on TV.
Right. But here's a couple of things. I've already went through this whole thing. I assume, first of all, operator error. I know that I've not been. So I go to the closed caption section and all that, and everything's off. There is a thing called voice something, and that was off. But then I also went to other channels. And it didn't happen on any other channel except of that Sarasota ABC feed.
Maybe you were watching the feed that has that feature.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe you're watching the feed that had that feature, or maybe there was something on their end that it was broadcasting. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If they have their Alexa thing set on,
could have been.
They do have it where, like, if you're blind and stuff, it'll describe what's on the screen.
Well, that's what I figured that, but I'm like, I didn't have that function on my TV. I went and checked, so I couldn't figure out what was actually happening. But it was blowing my mind yesterday. It was blowing my mind. Friday, was it Friday? My wife and I early voted.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we're voted. We're done.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
We're voted.
We're voted.
We're done.
We're voted in.
Thank God you're voting.
I created a new term. I wasn't. We're voted. We're locked in with our vote.
Mm-hmm.
We canceled each other out officially. I don't know. Did we? My wife was like still, I think, uncertain on who I voted for. We did not.
About you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who'd
I
you
know.
vote for?
I know who you voted for.
Yeah.
Who do you think I voted for?
Trump.
Who do you think I voted for, Carmen?
Trump.
Oh, interesting.
You 100%. I'll bet you. I'll bet you my car against your shoe that you voted for Trump.
How do we determine this? I'd like your card.
Did you vote for Gus Bilirakis?
I did not vote for Gus.
Why?
Because he's not on the. He's not on the.
But
team.
I know you did not vote for Kamala Harris, and you didn't vote for anybody else that was on the ticket.
There's a lot of people on the ticket. There's a lot.
Yeah.
More than I remember.
I have some stuff about the other people on the ticket and news today.
Okay, good. I might have voted for one of them.
You did.
I might have voted for.
You didn't.
Oh.
You tell him.
Why are you so certain?
Because you want me to go count how many guns you have in the room over there? You want me to look at your 401k?
Tim Walz uses shotgun.
Yeah.
Kamala said she's a proud gun owner.
All right.
Interesting.
Good luck.
All right. Who are you going to vote for?
I don't vote.
Oh. Gio?
Who am I going to vote for?
Yeah.
I don't vote.
We all know that.
Am I the only one that voted on this whole show?
If
or that will
I
vote?
don't know whether you understand or not. We not voted.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
We're voted.
Yeah.
We're voted.
We
You not voted.
We not voted.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Can I just say something though for the people who want to vote in Geo early voting? I assume it's going to be in a much different place for you, but I would assume it goes the same way. We had a wait of approximately 1 minute and 32 seconds.
Yeah, that's the way to go. The last couple elections, I've walked right in, walked right out. Early voting, then driven by on election day and seen a line out the door.
Mm-hmm. I was so proud of my wife. She waited in line and voted in the rain. She waited in the line in the rain while she was pregnant to vote one time. I was very impressed with that. That was before early voting was really a thing. and it works exactly the same. You don't have, you go in there and you fill it out. You run it through the machine, and it all works the same. It's not like. I did get very mad though at the influx of. Well, I think once. I'm assuming, I don't know, but I think once I got near the polling place, my phone blew up with text messages.
Really?
Oh, but like, vote for this, vote for that, vote for this.
Yeah.
And I go, wow. I
Interesting.
mean, it was not even like, Galvin, it was so like, it couldn't have been a coincidence. 'Cause
Right.
They
Oh, yeah.
all just
I'm sure they have
flooded
some
in.
sort of perimeter thing, whatever, that tells you you're nearby.
It was insane.
I heard Gio's wife got in trouble for serving people juice at the,
At the thing?
house.
Yep,
They
They
yep.
say it's election violation.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Not that you can't drink anything. They just were like, juice? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Beat it, juice lady.
I didn't mean to be rude. It was kind of rude, but I didn't mean to be. I was just caught off guard by it. But I went up to the lady and I gave her my driver's license, and she goes, "Oh," and she said my address. She goes, "I live on whatever," which is across the street. And I went, "I don't care."
Nah.
No, I didn't know. I thought she
You
was
said
like,
that?
I
Oh,
went-
what a jerk.
I didn't say it like that. I went like that. I went, "Oh." Like when
Yeah.
you invited me over
Wow.
for tea, I didn't understand why she was saying that to me. I was like, "Why are you telling me where you live?" And then I realized, oh, okay, she's around the corner. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I've lived there for 5 years.
It's like
We've
people
never
that
seen
get
you.
excited whenever they have the same birthday month.
It'd
as
be
you.
great now
Tom
when
Segura has that bit. It's so funny about the birthday when he's like checking
Oh, yeah.
in.
Oh,
But it's
Yeah.
everything. I was wearing a.
Yeah, nice. I can see you, Mike. You know that, right? There's Bone TV, you jerk.
What
I
happened?
tried. Carmen talked about the Segura bit, and it got quiet for a second. And I was gonna be like, "Let it die, let it," because she was still talking about it, but we yipped up.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Yeah.
You got me on one.
But I was wearing a Lightning shirt or hat or whatever, and the lady at the checkout goes, "My nephew plays hockey," and I go, "Okay."
For the Lightning,
Yeah, exactly,
She would have been like, what if she would have been like, "You might know him. His name is
Victor
Hagel."
Hedman.
Yeah, Hedman, yeah. That's so funny.
now your neighbors, one of your houses is gonna be on fire. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's the dick from the voting."
I didn't understand. Evidently, she said the same thing to my wife, and my
Yeah.
wife was like, "Oh, okay, sweet."
Harold, should we call 911? Their house is on fire. Nope.
Nope, I know who those. That's the
wouldn't come
juice
over for
lady.
tea.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it would be
can't-
one thing if she said, "I live around the corner. Come for tea one day."
Yeah.
She just wanted to let me know she lived in my neighborhood. I was like,
Yeah.
What's that
Cool.
mean? She's going to be watching you?
Well, if you do vote and you get a sticker, please post it on social media so we
Yeah,
know.
that way we know. that you
Yeah,
actually
I
voted.
wonder. I'm like, geez, you should really post that.
Can I tell you something? Though? I honestly feel like that reminds other people to vote.
No.
Not on election day.
It just makes us go, "Oh, look at you!
Yeah.
You voted. How cool are you?"
Did
we're
my
voted.
duty.
We're voted.
We're voted.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like some people are like, you know what, we should early vote. I feel like we did our part.
It did remind me that early voting is out there, optional.
Mission accomplished.
I knew. I already knew.
All right.
Carmen,
Yes.
congratulations
Thank you.
on another win.
Yes.
Really?
Big win too.
Yeah.
5 and 2? 5 and 2 now? What are you guys?
6 and 2.
Whoa,
6 and 2.
You're
Yeah.
doing better than my fantasy football team.
I mean,
And they won 42-19.
Was that-
Holy
It
cow!
was, yeah.
is that a district game?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So they've played. So then this Friday is a district game. Is it? Yeah.
It's a matter of time before
And then
FSU
last
calls
one.
Chad, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
he does know the offensive coordinator at USF.
Oh, that's a logical move.
Yeah. But I mean, it was his coach when he was in college.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, the kids are having fun. He's
How come
having
nobody's
fun.
written that article in the paper yet? What's going on with Chamberlain High School?
Yeah.
Like
It's
that
the mashed
seems like
potatoes.
yeah,
When he won the Buccaneer thing, there was a nice write up. It
Yeah.
kind of basically said that.
yeah.
Question, Carmen.
Yeah.
The video of Chad dunking. Was that a regulation rim?
Yeah.
Oh, Chad's got ups.
And
Really?
40 years old and
Yeah.
can dunk.
Because
Yeah.
Chad's what?
Ew, your
6
boyfriend's 40?
Oh, man.
Chad's what? 6'2",
Hot.
6'1", 6'2"?
He's going to kill me.
Why? You said how old he was?
He's 5'11".
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Really? And he dunks?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of little kids. It's like the teacher dunking on the kids.
Doesn't matter if he can get to the rim.
If you can dunk. I'm not
Yeah.
even talking
Gio,
about
can you
dunking.
even touch the net?
I just like, here, kid, get out of the way. Let the teacher do it.
No, he's the PE teacher, and they're just playing.
Do you know how sometimes I exaggerate on the show? Like I say, I could fight a bobcat and
Right,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it's rare, but it happens
Yeah,
on this
rare.
program.
I can't recall.
Yeah, I used to say I could touch the rim. I could jump up and touch the rim.
Who believed this?
Nobody.
Can you not touch the rim?
I don't think that I can touch the rim.
Oh. I mean, I can stand and touch the net.
I
The net's 8 feet. I can.
The rim.
Yeah, I understand
jump a
the
foot?
difference between the. I can stand underneath it and touch the rim.
No.
No.
100%.
Okay, we're doing
You're
this.
10 feet high?
No. I'm saying I can stand underneath and jump, just not without taking a step or do anything. I can just stand underneath and jump and grab the
Oh,
rim.
okay.
Maybe I said grab the rim.
I
Maybe
don't
said
think.
grab the rim.
I still don't think Calvin can do that. By
Yeah,
the way.
Carmen.
I don't really think so either.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I understand what you're saying. There's a challenge coming.
First, I thought you were just going to stand there and touch it, but I get what you're saying
I
now.
can stand there and touch the net. The
Right.
net, the bottom of the net is 8 feet.
Right.
And then I can stand flat-footed, jump up, and grab the rim.
How high is the rim?
No.
10
No. When was the last time you
What
did
do you
that?
mean no?
You were saying you could jump 4 feet.
Oh, it's been forever.
That's why I don't think you
Yeah,
can do
exactly.
Four
I-
feet.
it. I think at one point you could do it.
We
2 feet.
we're voted.
How high is you? 10 feet, you said.
If it's 8 foot at the bottom of the net, then
Right.
to the rim would be 2 feet.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
are.
from the top of your head to the rim.
No, from the bottom of the net to the
reach.
rim, that's 2 feet. It's 8 foot, 10 foot. I'm 6'4".
Okay, okay.
Me reaching there, that's 8 foot. Me reaching straight up.
Yeah.
So then I can
So
jump.
you could jump 2 feet.
Yeah.
We
I
have a
don't think
net right
so.
out there in the driveway.
But is it regulation?
By the way, we're voted as the news.
Yeah. We're voted.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, in my mind, Galvin can do it,
No.
but in my mind, I could do it.
Younger
Back in
Galvin
the
could
day.
do it.
Oh,
I
you're
got-
thinking because he can't jump up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. It's been forever since I did it. So I don't know, but I mean, I used to be able to do it. So
Right,
easy.
I believe
assume
that.
I can do it. But I was just talking to my son about Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker, who Hall of Famer, like greatest kicker of all time, like unbelievable. Can't kick over 50 anymore.
Oh,
Which
really?
in today's NFL,
Yeah,
you're
every
done.
high school kid can kick 50 now. Yeah, but
You're
it's
toast.
It's so crazy. And I was telling him, I go, not that I was ever pro, but I like to kick footballs and do that. Years ago, I was out there doing it. And then we had that thing for the company where we went over to USF. And I couldn't kick far at all. And I was like, what happened? It had been like 3 or 4 years since I kicked a football, but I was like, I should be able to, what? I can't even do it anymore.
Yeah, that's a sad realization.
Yeah, it was wild.
Well, anyway, my whole point was I was talking about being able to do it, and Matt Geiger called in and said that he could barely do it. So I don't remember. Maybe I was saying touch the backboard. I don't know what I was saying, but evidently it's not that big of a deal. If you,
Carmen, I will bet you money.
Okay.
I will videotape
We'll set
this.
this up.
Yeah.
I will video this for YouTube.
Carmen's got access to a gym right now.
Exactly. Let's
Listen,
go.
I'm not dunking like Chad. I'm saying touching the rim.
You should stand
Right.
under the rim, jump
Yeah.
up, and touch it
Right.
without a running start. Nothing.
Give me a few steps.
I believe that you at one point were able to do that.
Right. Like I still take this bet. Like I think.
But his legs are as strong now, and they may be stronger than they were when he
But-
was a kid.
But I'm heavier.
and like he just said, he couldn't kick as far.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you
It
don't
just
realize
happens.
the momentum and the everything that it takes to get up there.
Okay.
Like I can touch the net, but I literally have to jump, stretch, reach, put all my might into doing that.
To touch the net?
Yeah, but again, I'm
Yeah, no, I
I'm
get it.
5'6".
I get it.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but like before, like when I played basketball in high school, like that was an easy little bunny hop for me.
What do you think if the WNBA lowered the rims for the ladies?
That would be fun. It would
But-
still
So they could dunk.
How
Yeah.
far?
Yeah.
9.
like 2 feet.
No, just go 1 foot. Just go 1 foot. There's plenty of them that
Oh,
could
yeah.
dunk at 9.
What do you think their average height is? Like, are
Average
they all
height?
6'6", or are they
They're
all
they're-
6 foot?
I mean, if you're averaging for they're probably around 5'10", 5'11", because
There's
there
a
are
couple big ones. Like
there
Brittany
are-
Griner is huge.
Yeah, there are some. She's 6'8", I think. There's some that are 6'4". There's some that are 6'6". I don't
about my-
think there's anyone that's there. I don't think there's a 7-footer.
I feel like Caitlin Clark's
There's
6
that
foot.
Chinese girl that plays for the Sparks that is pretty big.
She got
Caitlin
mi-
Clark.
she got minged
Caitlin's
out.
like 6 foot.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
got minged
They're
out. They stretched
Yeah,
her in
yeah.
a lab somewhere.
6 feet is the average height for the W.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I said
My daughter named 3 WNBA players. She said
Yeah.
she had 3 favorites today.
oh yeah.
Oh, yes,
Do
they
you
were-
remember who they were?
Yeah, it was Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and somebody else. If you said the name, maybe
Asia
I-
Wilson,
No,
Nafisa Collier.
no. was
Diana
somebody-
Taurasi?
No, but it was somebody that had a
Anescu? Sabrina Anescu?
maybe it was.
She's the one that trained the three at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember, but
Yeah, she's
I
really
don't-
good. She plays for the Liberty.
I don't know if my daughter would know Anescu. I don't think she said Anescu, but anyway, it was. I said something, and she said, she had a friend sleep over, and I said, "What do you want to be when you get older?" And she said, "A WNBA player."
Oh.
And I said, "Really?" I said, "Like Caitlin Clark," and she goes, "Yeah, or somebody else." And my daughter goes, "My three favorites are Caitlin Clark, somebody else, and Angel Reese." And I went, "Wow!" Like I didn't even know this was a thing.
Did you bring her out here and show her my autograph
did
picture?
Not
Yeah.
show her that.
Bayou Barbie?
Bayou Barbie.
Bayou Barbie
Yeah.
hangs over Galvin's desk.
Mhm.
I did not.
She does. Did you know that, Carmen?
No, I can't
Oh.
see it.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
It's not in the
It's
shot.
it's out of camera
it's
shot.
out of frame.
Well, anyway, I was very impressed by that. I was impressed that they knew and that it had infiltrated the young women of America already.
Yeah.
That's why
Gio
we're
and I were
voted.
talking a little W over the weekend.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Big
The-
shocking news.
Yeah, the Indiana Fever fired their coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Surprise.
wow.
I was reading now, digging into it, that maybe her and Caitlin Clark were not
She
getting
does
along.
thing.
Oh,
Just
the old
like-
Tom Brady effect.
Yeah, I
Yep.
really, that's what a lot of people were speculating, that she was not getting along with Caitlin Clark, and they were, feuding a lot.
Who's more important?
Exactly.
Talk to Robert Saleh. There's
Yeah.
no way, you don't win those battles.
Yeah.
Look at Keith. I got Keith moved out of here to Chicago.
Yeah.
And they went to the playoffs this
kidding.
year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See
All
ya.
right, let's take a break. When we come back, Carmen will tell you what we have for the week to give away. We'll play a little Sporkle. We got news coming up. Ian will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. We got a lot of things to get to. It's a Monday morning. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I started reading the Alex Van Halen book,
Oh, yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah. little controversy about that.
I saw that. I had to stop reading it because I didn't have my glasses.
Is that the controversy?
No.
No, you saw where the other guy who wrote the book?
Yeah, he's saying that they
there's
robbed him.
Yeah, there's a guy who wrote the book and interviewed Alex and Eddie and had a lot of different stuff. And literally, he says that there are passages that are exactly the same word for word.
Oh,
But
no.
if he's telling his story, it's his story.
Yeah.
And if he told
and if
that
he
guy,
was there, exactly. If he was there whenever it was happening, I get that. But I wonder if it's set up like the way the story goes. I mean, if it's quotes, it's quotes.
right?
You know, and Eddie said this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But if it's like,
But if you start talking about a story about, hey, one time Eddie and Dave got into a fight, and you tell a story, you tell it the same way if you're telling it to
No, but
yourself.
it
or-
does-
But no one
does-
tells the same story. No two people have.
But
the
also,
same.
what I'm saying is, it like the guy that wrote that book, does he say like Eddie sits back and takes a long drag off a cigarette?
Right.
While
Oh, yeah.
you know, does it have that, or does it have just fact,
Right,
you know,
right.
kind of thing?
I don't know, but I'm not far enough into it to really tell whose voice it's written in yet. You know,
Yeah.
they're talking about their youth, you know, right now.
Well, I think he does the audio version as well.
Oh, did Alex do it?
Yeah, I
That's
believe so. I believe so because I heard some clips.
I used to think that would be a good job. And then when Artie Lang wrote his book, 3 different people had to do his audiobook
Yeah.
because it's like such a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, like David Goggins, it was weird because it wasn't Goggins that
Oh, really?
read his book. It was a guy that he does some stuff with, read the book, and then would ask David questions about the book. So it was interesting.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
way they did it, like, you know, in this chapter, you talk about blah, 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 and he kind of explains himself. And
That
does
I
that.
like.
Yeah. Do you know who reads a lot of audiobooks? Who does that?
Who?
Prisoners.
Oh, really?
That's one of the jobs that they can do is they can read audio. You know, certain ones, obviously, you know, some aren't probably the best readers.
Do you know who did Moe's book?
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. No, Moe's book, I would assume would be Mo.
There is an audio.
Oh, I
there
know.
is an audio
Yeah,
version of
I
Moe's
know.
book, and his book is from I think it's from the viewpoint of like a 13-year-old girl.
Yes.
Right.
My wife read it and said it was a good book.
Yeah.
Do you know
we
who
all
it
know
is?
this person.
Yeah.
I mean, Monica's the only 13-year-old girl I know.
No, no. You're close. It's
JoJo.
It's a JoJo.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'd like to have JoJo call me as a young girl.
So,
Wait,
whoa.
what?
I didn't say 13.
It's
I
still
said
weird.
young.
It's
Yeah.
still
I
weird.
said young.
Yeah.
Z.
Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
We have a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for Cyndi Lauper.
Wait, there's one in here that Gio is going to particularly like.
Oh.
Cyndi Lauper. I would go see Cyndi Lauper.
I love Cyndi Lauper.
Is the Hamburglar coming to town?
No. Different.
I don't
Where
see
is
why
Cyndi
that's
Lauper
funny.
going to be? The Sound?
Emily Arena.
Yeah, she's
I'm
an
not
Emily,
going
yeah.
to
November
Arena.
6th.
Yeah.
Too
She
big.
could fill Emily Arena.
No.
Well, remember we talked about it. Cyndi Lauper coming to town, and she said that she had a special, big special guest too. And we were saying, who's it going to be?
I bet it's one of the half things where they do just like half the arena.
I don't know. I think she could actually. I think she'd put enough people in there. Maybe not the uppers, but
right.
I think Cyndi Lauper comes, and then what is that ailment that she has that she talks about? She's got that weird
psoriasis or something.
It's not. It probably is some sort of psoriasis. But she's like, yeah, I've been out on the road with psoriasis, and she's got a weird accent. Okay, what else?
Here Come the Mummies.
What is
Here
that?
Come the Mummies.
Think you mommy around.
I always just thought that was Greg Billings in disguise.
I have no idea. It doesn't say.
All right.
They're like
by the
capital
way,
leader.
Cyndi Lauper has plaque psoriasis.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All right.
But it's got another name.
Oh.
It's got another name. She does a commercial for it. Maybe I'm thinking of the drug that she's doing.
Probably
the
the
commercial
drug.
for. Yeah. The Mummies. Galvin, put it in your box and see if you can figure out what that is too. The Mummies, I just thought was Greg Billings wearing mummy clothes. All right, I don't want to ruin
the band, the Mummies.
Yeah, Here Come the Mummies. It's called.
Here come the Mummies. Yeah, I have them right here. Past members. Let's see who is in it. They're out of California.
Oh.
So yeah, it doesn't look like it's Billings. Let's see members. Nobody that we know.
All right.
I was wrong then.
Maz Kata, Larry Winther, Trent Rowan, Russell Kwan.
No.
I love Quan.
Quan's the best.
No Greg Billings.
Okay, my bad.
We have OAR,
Or
TSO.
so.
Reggae Rise Up.
Do you have UFO?
Yeah.
No,
LFO.
no. Reggae Rise Up.
Brian Regan.
No, he's done. He's come and gone.
Okay.
Regan Rise Up.
Monster.
How come you don't go to that? I thought you loved him.
I do love him. I didn't know that it already came and went though.
I thought maybe you gave up on him.
No. I've seen him I've seen Brian Regan probably like 8 times. I would say at least, but he's very funny.
All right, Reagan, rise up. What else?
Monster Jam. Thomas Rhett. The Mike Calta Tailgate happening November 10th.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew. And in Orlando.
Gio, get ready for this.
Flying around the stadium.
Putting people's life at risk.
Yes.
Risking the lives of dozens at a time.
Not true.
I hope the Wire team's ready.
Yep.
Fat Pink is flying.
God. You guys are terrible.
It's like a Macy's Day Parade.
Yep.
Oh my God.
She's up there like Chad Duncan. All right. Well, we have those things to give away. You'll have your choice of tickets if you're a winner. Let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporle. Here we go.
She's great, by the way.
She is great.
You can't take it back
No,
now.
I'm a fan.
no.
What are you afraid? She's going to come in here and beat you up?
Yeah.
Come and step on you. By the way, Brian Regan isn't until December 5th.
Oh,
Okay, so we just don't have tickets.
Yeah, we did all the tickets.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporle. Pap is your judge and the scorekeeper. Galvin currently has the rule. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're gonna be playing 4-word hints for 4-letter films. I'm gonna say 4 words, and you're gonna give me a 4-letter movie title.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry. Is it a word that's 4 letters, or is it just 4 letters?
It's a word that is 4
Okay,
letters,
gotcha.
and that
All
is
right.
the movie title.
Gotcha. All right.
And I'm giving you 4 words to describe it. All right, your first. Wait, what? Okay.
Good.
We're voted.
Just making sure. Woody Allen as Insect,
Bugs.
1998.
Ants.
That's it.
Ants.
Bugs.
Oh, yeah.
He just comes in and he says bugs.
Iranian Embassy Rescue Mission, 2012. Iranian Embassy Rescue Mission. Argo.
Argo.
Oh,
know,
yeah. That's a great movie.
That's
That was good.
Pig makes great
Babe.
sheepdog. Geo. Rowan Atkinson
Bean.
ruins art. Galvin. Featuring hotshot Lightning McQueen.
Cars.
Galvin. Mystery board game adaptation.
Clue.
I was like, Jumanji's too long.
Galvin or Geo gets the point. James Bond's first film. 1962. 4 letters.
Bond.
Dr. No.
Yes. Mike Calta.
Oh.
Pacino, cop. De Niro, criminal. Galvin.
No.
Not so.
100%.
Oh,
Judge?
Galvin.
Oh, come on.
Constantly getting robbed on this show.
Oh.
Scorsese makes children's film. 2011. Scorsese makes children's film.
Nino.
The shark one.
Hugo.
Hugo.
Oh, not that. What's the shark
Something
one
else.
where Scorsese has a shark with big eyebrows?
Shark
Finding
Tale.
Nemo.
Shark
Shark's
Tale?
Tale. Yeah.
Bruce Banner's
Hulk.
first. Mike Calta. And Pap. We're halfway there.
Gio is on the board. He has 2 points.
Screw job.
Michael and Galvin are both tied with 3.
By the way, I saw a car. It was a truck, and it had the Hulk hands on the trailer hitch, and the license plate said Banner. And I said, well, he's not even trying to
Oh,
hide.
they say everybody knows
Yeah,
now.
come on.
All right. 4-letter film names, titles by 4-word clues. Your next one, less famous Apple biopic.
Jobs.
Galvin. Teen unexpectedly gets pregnant.
Juno.
Mike Calta. Scarlett Johansson transcends humanity. 2014.
Lucy.
Galvin. Gay politician gets
Milk.
assassinated.
Wow.
Calvin. Oh, come on.
I haven't had milk in so long.
Huh? You should try it.
Got milk in your thing right there.
I mean, like a glass of milk.
Sam Rockwell, lunar clone.
Moon.
Mike,
Moon.
Galvin. Yes. Musical adaptation
ABBA. No.
of 8.5. Musical
Rent.
Eight and a half?
of 8.5, 2009. 9.
9. Is Rent a musical? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Runt plays college football.
Rudy. Oh, babe.
Judge,
That was Mike Calta.
Mike gets the point.
Was it?
Yes.
Dueling Formula One racers.
Ooh, good movie.
2000. Yes.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Galvin. Brad Pitt is Achilles.
Troy.
Achilles. What's your name? Geo. And Pap, we are on
We're voted.
the last 3.
Stupid.
Gio has 3 points on the board. Michael has 5, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
Oh, no.
All right. 4-letter movie titles in 4-letter word. Last 3. Here we go. Hacker enters computer game. 1982.
Tron.
Good movie. Mike Calta. Norse god becomes superhero.
Thor.
Mike Calta.
Oh. Geo, activated.
And your last one. Angelina Jolie, Russian spy.
What is it?
Salt.
They said
Salt.
slut. I was like, what did she do? Oh, damn it. That was so close.
Your final score, Gio with 3 points on the board, Michael with 7, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 9.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2024. Oh, man. Pretty good. Pretty good. So now what is that? 6 in a row? 7 in a row? I know it's
6 in a row.
6 in a row, so that's 3 of my next 5.
Wow.
Yeah, getting close. We have not had 2 rules in place.
Not this year.
Since we've made that.
Has it been?
No, we did have it one time.
Oh, we
I
had
had 2 rules.
Oh,
yeah.
we had a bunch of different rules a while back, whatever. But yeah, it's been this year. I don't know whether we've had 2.
But
At
since
one
we
time.
changed that rule, like the multiple rules is
Right.
less and less.
I don't even remember what the rule is now.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring
You see, they're doing touchdown celebrations now.
No.
Yeah, people are doing "We Bring the Boom" for touchdown.
Yeah,
celebrations.
they've been putting them out for different colleges to try and get them to pick it up. Like I saw them do Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
I think they did somebody else.
The fathers must be loving life. You finally got it. I'm a fan of the Rizzler.
Little fat kid.
I don't.
Yeah.
So the Rizzler is that little fat kid? Or
No,
No.
that's AJ.
Oh, I don't understand. What's the Rizzler?
No, is that
It's
AJ?
not- it's
That's
another.
Big Justice.
He's separate, but he sometimes collabs with the
Yeah.
Costco
Jesus
guys.
Christ. I'm so glad I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't forget Cousin Hugo and all the other ones.
I won't forget because I never knew him.
Ugh. Well, that was some rally, huh? They had everybody
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Let's do the thing.
All right, what is it? I don't understand what it is.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. That's what we do. Every day I am the burger guy. And Mike likes to lie.
Wow, it's pretty
We
bad.
bring the boom.
We bring the boom. It's tough to, I don't know.
All right.
But we bring them boom. I wish there were more burgers in this room.
I
We
just
bring
said
the
I said burger, stupid stuff.
We bring the boom. Gio likes burgers and
Jack
fries. We bring the boom. I like burgers and lies. We bring the boom. There you go.
All right. Well, yeah. Just do that.
I did it all right.
But
You
so
didn't do it.
you
I
guys
did
need
just
to-
did it.
we bring the boom. That's what, or what is the?
That's what we do.
We bring the boom.
We bring the boom to you.
Yeah, but what did you say? We bring the boom. Gio likes burgers and fries. Okay, yeah. So you go. We bring the boom. I like burgers and fries.
Well,
we bring
that's
the
my
boom.
song.
No, but then
Okay.
you, and then you could go.
and I'm
I like
filled with
burgers.
lies.
Yeah, I like burgers and lies.
Are we doing
here
it
we go.
again?
Yeah, get it
We
right.
bring
Okay, here we go.
We bring the boom.
I
That's
like
what we do. We bring the boom. I married a Jew.
We bring the boom. I like burgers and fries.
We bring the boom. I am filled with lies.
There you go.
All right.
I
Fine.
gave you a dramatic reading for that last
I
one.
like it.
I don't want to do it.
Listen, nobody asked you to do the muscle thing.
No, you
That's
can't
what
stop.
they
You
do.
can't stop it. Once you've seen the video enough, you can't stop it. Yeah.
That's what they do.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
What they do is bring the boom.
It's what they
That's
do.
how you bring the boom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boom
Coming
doesn't
up
come
in
by
news.
itself.
Coming up in news today, we have good cover up, pay attention, and the mental health of whales.
Oh.
Bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring
By the way,
boom.
speaking of whales and Brian Regan, did you ever see that bit that he does?
No.
He goes, that's the job that I want, the people that interpret what the whales
Yeah.
say. He goes, some guy just kicks open the door and throws the spiral notebook on there. That's what the whales are saying. That's what they're saying out there.
All right, Galvin's got your news. Take a quick break and we'll come back and get right into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
This just in, I'm starving.
Oh, my God. Wait, can I just tell you?
Oh, what do you got?
I don't want to say it because I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble.
Why?
Oh. Rough weekend?
No.
Taco Bell.
No,
Wendy's.
no. It's not even about me.
Why are you?
Did you see Amanda Pappas's Halloween costume?
No.
She went as Wonder Woman. She was very pretty.
Oh.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, why you gotta make it weird
Can you
and
send
it-
creepy
Come on.
before?
Can you send us the picture?
Like,
Yeah, I can.
All right.
I can.
Very nice.
you're the one who does it to
You shut your
yourself.
face. Nobody's talking to you, woman.
Do you
Like-
wish she would talk like a little girl?
I don't like
Yeah.
little girl talk.
Wonder Woman, as in I wonder why she doesn't like us.
I send it to the group. Which, by the way, I looked to the group chat to see if my lives were there, and they weren't.
You had talked about that Zach Levi guy who played Shazam.
Yes.
We were talking about Kurt Warner, and he played him in that movie that was terrible. It was so bad.
I mean, I was so bad I would never even watch it.
I watched it because it was like on. I was living there, and I watched it, and I go, "Is this serious? Like they actually made this?"
Yeah.
Like there's got to be so many people that have great ideas, and they can't get their movie made, and they're like, "But they're making this."
You can't make a movie about a guy who's still doing color commentary or whatever he does.
But you had said about how he.
Do you have the picture?
Wow.
All I heard was a wow.
Wow.
And there she is on the TV right now.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, she looks great.
Okay, I agree with that. But
Yeah.
for some reason, when I say it, I'm a bad.
You made it creepy.
Yeah, you say it weird though.
You're like, okay, ooh, yeah, and you make a lot of noise.
Oh, do I really? What does it sound like?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
Amanda
yeah.
Pappas. I mean, ooh.
And then you do a lot.
Why am I like Fonzie when I'm saying, hey?
That's how you do it. You do it very creepy.
And there's a lot of like sniffing and snorting.
No, I was distracted by
Heavy
my text,
breathing.
and I went, "Oh, okay."
Heavy breathing is how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys see what I'm seeing? I hate the show. I hate it.
But anyways, the Shazam movie was on the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, another one. I can't believe that they made. And he thought that was going to put him over the top.
He thought he was going to be up there with The Rock. He said,
Right. He thought that was going to be like Avengers. Like that was going to be the.
Right.
It's so bad. Have you seen any of it?
Which one's
Shazam.
I saw the
Yes,
first
the
one in the
red
theater.
Lightning bolt. It's a little kid.
Oh yeah. I saw it. It was
See, I think that's the thing, though. It's for kids. It's not like a superhero movie like Batman.
But he
or
thought
like
he was going to be in the next like Justice League.
yeah, and they tried to be Deadpool without being Deadpool.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like a funny kind of lighthearted.
Right. Like
yeah.
goofy.
Yeah,
In on the
I saw
joke.
it in the theater, and it was terrible.
Deadpool Wolverine's great.
Then
Oh,
the next one, evidently, all the kids are Shazams too.
Well, they turned into Shazams in this one.
Right.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
at
saying.
the
This
end.
movie is all the kids became superheroes.
Because I don't know why, whatever. But then he's like,
I can make you a
do
Shazam.
something, whatever. Say on the count of three, say my name, and then 1, 2, 3, Billy. And he goes, no, the name
the
that
other
I
name,
say.
yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. There is a part where he's scared of
How
the bad
much did
guy.
you watch of it?
Like 20 minutes to the
Did you
point.
watch it back to back with the other one?
No, I watched about 20 minutes to the point where I grab the remote and I go, why am I watching this? I go, what is going on? Like
But now
he goes like he's scared of the bad guy, and then he's like, all right, I gotta fight the bad guy.
Right.
That's what I'm here for, whatever. So he runs and jumps off the roof and yells Shazam, and then gets shot by the lightning bolt and turns into Shazam. He ran and jumped off the roof, and I go, oh, please let him die. Please let him just fall to his death.
but now he can run the Comic-Con circuit for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, that kid's gonna be a star.
Yeah.
He's got Chuck. He's got Shazam.
Oh,
He's-
yeah.
He's a hit.
Oh, I'm sure he's laughing at us.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think he's worth? What do you think Zach Levi is worth? Listen, he was on NBC on that Chuck show for a few years, right?
I'll say
Yeah.
12 million.
12 million.
How was my first guess?
Oh, was it?
12.
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna go low. I'm gonna say 8.
I almost went 15, but I think that's too much.
Carmen, do you have any idea? Do you want to take a guess or no?
I'm gonna say 20.
20? Joe, do you know who we're talking about?
No.
I feel like network money's a lot of money.
Yeah,
still-
that's what I feel too.
Joe's still talking about the first Shazam from the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. It says that his, I spelled his name wrong. Sorry, buddy. Said his net worth,
Oh, Calvin's
right on the money, 12
12
million.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
right
looks
on
like a
the-
$12 million guy.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm looking at his Instagram. He is a very handsome man.
Oh, shit.
What?
He-
Why?
Simon,
make
you know,
it creepy.
he's handsome, but he tries to be funny and he's not. So his
Yeah.
personality is very.
Right.
He's not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
did you hear Carmen? She's like, did you see him? He's handsome.
I didn't sound like that.
I like him to Shazam
Let
all
me
over me.
send you a picture of her in her Halloween
Oh, I did not say it like that. I did not say it like that.
I wonder if he can dunk.
Call me Shazam, Chad. Yeah. Shazam me.
Oh, man.
Shazam never said, please stop talking about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Not yet. Not yet.
When
I'm
it gets back to him.
Yep.
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Stop into a Pelts near you. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. If you need some new shoes, get in there. Maybe you need for next year. You need the creamsicle Crocs.
Oh, I love
You can
them.
get them in there. Stop in there, and they have Nike. They have Hey Dude. They have all the different boots and sandals and everything that you need right there in stock, ready to go. So stop into a Pelts today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump's podcast interview with Joe Rogan has been viewed over 26 million times on YouTube in the first 24 hours.
And that's just YouTube.
That's just YouTube.
Yeah.
Anybody watch it?
I watched a good portion of it.
Me too.
So far.
I saw some clips here and there.
Takeaway?
It is the most viewed podcast appearance so far for either candidate in the 2024 presidential campaign, and among the highest viewed of Joe Rogan Experience episodes in history. Trump sat with Rogan for a 3-hour podcast discussing topics ranging from UFOs, the alleged impact of wind turbines on the mental health of whales,
Guy hates windmills. Hates
to
windmills.
Trump's regrets in office and the claim that the 2020 election was stolen through widespread voter fraud.
That was very interesting. Trump,
Really?
you didn't think it was interesting?
I thought it was exactly a softball bore fest.
I didn't think so.
Trump was
and I
just
thought,
rambling on and on and on, and a couple times Joe tried to correct him, and he would just ramble and
Well,
ramble.
I mean, they spent a good portion of the thing talking about him weaving out of conversations.
Right.
I mean, he acknowledged that, and I loved when Rogan. I wish I could play it, but I can't because it's 2024 and we can't say the S word. But when Trump said to him, "I don't know why I was," they looked at me more than anybody else, and they pointed me out more than anybody else, and Rogan said, "Because you said some weird stuff."
Yeah.
He said you said some really weird stuff, and I don't feel like he held him to the fire on everything. I don't feel like it was definitely more softball, but it was a guy who likes the other guy.
That's the thing. Trump is clearly Trump in person is very charming and funny,
right?
And people are just in awe of that.
Yeah,
Which is kind of like how all these podcasts he's going on are. They're so just like taken back by Trump that they just I don't know because he's so charismatic. I think in person,
you have to think that Joe Rogan probably agrees with a lot of the stuff Trump is saying, so he's not going to fight him on all these things.
A couple times he'd ask him like a question, and then I forget what the question was. It was basically he was trying to, and he tried to get back to the question, and Trump just kept rambling about his time in New York and stuff. I'm like, this is a bore fest.
A couple things that I saw, and Joe Rogan's brought this up before, but he brought it up to Trump and was talking to him about it, how he was on The View back, years
saw that,
ago,
yeah.
and about how Whoopi Goldberg hugged him, and Joy Behar, our friend Donald Trump, and holding his hand and doing all that stuff. But also the other thing about Trump that is so wild is his mannerisms and the things that he does. When he's talking, he points and he does a circle point like that.
He does.
And then he'll do that, and then he does his thing where he does out to the side, whatever. But he does this weird circle
Like
point.
that one lawyer that's on TV. He's like that tiny little lawyer, and he's like, "Call me." And he does a little dip.
Did you see how he told Rogan that he was on Oprah's show last week? He's like, "Oh, I was on Oprah's."
Yeah,
No. He said the last week of her show. It was the last
week.
Yeah, he misspoke, but
he said last week,
He
but
goes,
he
I
meant
think it was last week, like last Thursday.
Oh, I didn't.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Well, that's mental decline.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, whatever.
He's the one who said that they should have cognitive
But
tests.
I-
for
yeah,
president.
but I
don't
think-
get wrapped up
I
in
think
gaffes
what
like
he
that. But I
said-
thought it was funny how he totally messes that up.
But I don't think he meant that. I think
of course he
I
doesn't
took
mean
away
it.
what Galvin meant is
Yeah.
that he was on the last week and he was on the Thursday, like the second to last show.
Right.
So,
he was like, I was just there last week, like last Thursday.
I feel like if you talk for 3 hours, you're allowed to have those screw-ups.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I really did. I thought Trump came across as more likable than he usually does. Because even though I like him,
Right.
when I watch him sometimes, I'm like, Jesus, look at this guy.
But like, what-
Just stop doing that.
Did we learn anything out of that at all? That whole podcast?
No, but
Exactly. It was exactly what I said and thought.
Yeah.
It would be.
It wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
Right. I mean,
But,
there was nothing learned out of that. It was just Trump his typical.
I love how he says the stuff, and it's amazing to me that a former president, and a guy that's running for president, Kamala, is a very low IQ person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the stuff, I'm like, oh my god, that's like a lady that might be president.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's what people. That's what they like about him.
she's a very low IQ having person.
He's clearly he's charismatic as all hell, and especially when you're in the room across from him, because these people who are known for being these tough interviews are just enamored.
But I don't think Joe Rogan's really known to be a tough interview.
Oh, I mean,
to who?
Well, I mean, he pushes back a lot of times. Like
Right,
I don't feel like he pushed back at Trump at all. He was so
I don't
he
feel
was so goo-goo-eyed that Trump was sitting across from him. I think he just let him just ramble.
I felt like it was two guys who knew each other talking. You know what I mean? Like I didn't feel like
maybe.
Joe Rogan was so blown away by it.
I didn't think we were going to get any of that. I didn't think that was going to happen.
I mean, I'm not.
It definitely helped Trump.
Yeah, sure, probably, yeah.
It definitely helped Trump more than
But
than it hurt him.
I don't know that either, because if you were not going to vote for Trump, are you on the fence? I don't think there's anything in that interview that made you think, well, now I think I'll vote for him.
Okay, so how many people do you think are on the fence?
A lot.
Bro, do you really?
I think so.
I think he wins by a landslide.
I think a lot
Him?
I think a lot of people don't want to vote for either candidate, and that's why they're stuck in the middle.
I was wrong, Carmen. I go back and forth. When Trump got shot, I said he won. Then she did the debate. I'm like, oh, she killed him. But now that we're so close to it, and I'm only saying this by hearing people talk and seeing the rallies and seeing all this stuff, I think he wins by a landslide.
Yeah, I think the thing is, and I agree with it, it's been ebb and flow and doing that stuff. I think her problem is they pushed her out there. They said, this is what you're going to eat.
Right.
This is your meal today. You're eating this
People
whether you like it or
rejected
not.
that.
No, but and then she did the debate and everyone was like, okay, the more they get to see her out and the more they get to see her talk to people, they go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like people keep saying all these rallies. I don't think rallies are any indication of because there's 5 people on the show. Have any of us been to a Trump rally?
Yes.
Yeah. Mike has.
So one person out of the 5.
Yeah.
Do we have any plans to go to Trump? Like the majority of people don't follow politics that closely and are not running to rallies and all. They just don't go.
The Trump rally that I went to was during the first election, and it was when he first went out on the road, and it was here in Tampa, and there was an opportunity for me to meet him. So I was like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
And I took my dad, and we went out there, and I got to tell you, it had almost the opposite effect on me. I didn't like being there. I felt uncomfortable. I didn't like the people, and I was like, I don't like it. I like him, but I didn't like the rally. It just made me feel not good. But I liked at the time is when he started saying they won't turn the cameras on. Look how many people, and he was right. There was 10,000 people there, and they don't give him that kind of credit. And then you're like, why don't they give him that credit? And you start thinking about all these things, and then you're like, what is really going on?
I just feel that rallies, whether it be any politician, are not an indication of what people are going to vote one way or another, because a majority of people have never gone to a rally, nor would ever go to a rally for a political
And you're not going to a rally to
No.
see what this guy has to say.
Exactly.
You're going to the rally because I'm 100% this guy or this lady.
Exactly.
You know,
Like you're going to a Harris rally because screw Trump, and the same thing with Trump.
But I went
nobody buys tickets to go see the Rolling Stones to be like, oh, let me check out the Rolling Stones.
Like you're not
See
going
whether
to say-
I don't know
I went
much
to the
about
first
him.
rally to check out Trump because I voted for Obama twice.
Yeah, but you were super familiar with Trump.
Oh yeah. But I would have. I didn't go there as Trump guy. You
But
know what I mean?
you were there for the entertainment factor.
Yes,
not
that's true.
not his policy.
That's true.
Let me see what he has to say about
but I
foreign
wanted.
affairs.
But I did start. He did win me over with the first thing where he pointed out that they were saying they were falsely reporting the attendance at his rallies, and then all of a sudden, and it made me start thinking, why are they doing this? Why are they trying to hold the guy down? So it didn't turn me around 100%, but it started opening my eyes to some things.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel because I'm not going to rallies. And
But
most
when
people
you
I
look
don't
at
know go to
Madison Square
rallies.
Garden, and they had, Madison Square Garden had 21,000 people in there, and the police are reporting that there was, 50, 75,000 people outside of Madison Square Garden.
But
that's a strong in New York.
Then why does she still have a 15-point lead in the polls?
Because
in New
the
York?
polls said he wasn't going to beat Hillary Clinton either.
Right.
So you know what I mean. The polls are.
So what do you believe? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have no idea. Or is the election fixed?
Did you know there are other people that are running for president still?
I did. I saw them on the sheet when we're voted.
All the presidential candidates who aren't named Trump or Kamala had a debate last Wednesday. And if you haven't seen it, there was a national anthem sung before it.
Oh, is that what that was? I saw the national anthem, but I didn't know what that was for.
The national anthem singer dropped multiple F-bombs bombs.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being in the lyrics. I've been to a bunch of Lightning games where they have the national anthem and they even put the words up on
You
there.
never saw Sonia Bryson drop a couple
I
F-bombs?
have not seen. No, I haven't
would
seen
pay
that
to see
happen. Her name is Loomis. I don't know if anybody's familiar with her.
I was not.
Singer?
I had to look at it and see who she was. I had never heard of Miss Lewis before.
She got to Rocket's Red Glare and her voice cracked, and then she has something to say and says it a couple times. I'll just play it and you can hear it and check this out. We have it on Bone TV as well. Here's Loomis doing the national anthem.
So gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare. I fucked it up.
Oh! Whoa, Carmen. Did you dump that?
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
Oh my God, Carmen, I didn't send you. I'm sorry.
What is happening?
Carmen, listen, that's 100% on me.
Oh.
So I sent Joe the video because you don't hear the audio and
Right.
stuff, and then I had the audio clip that I beeped, but I sent Carmen the video
wrong
as
one.
well. I'm sorry, Carmen, that's my fault.
That's okay.
Oh, boy.
Hang on, let me send you because I want you to be able to hear it. Oh, that's my fault. That was bad.
That just made me fart. I got so nervous.
Yeah.
I
Oh
farted.
my God. I'm not playing any more of your audio, Calvin.
No, this is the right one. I'm gonna send it to you right
Oh.
now.
Are you going to start it over from the beginning?
Yes.
Started from 25, but hold on, I gotta send it to Carmen.
Oh, my gosh.
That was 100% my fault, Carmen. I apologize.
So good.
That was bad. How sweaty are your armpits right now?
Oh my God. And
Oh.
I was doing something else for Mike and I had threw my phone.
Oh.
Jesus.
Take it easy.
Too much is happening.
Yeah, so let me know whenever you have the proper audio. Let me make sure that has 2 beeps in there.
Oh God.
Let me ask you a question while she's loading that up.
Yes.
According to the FCC, can we play that the way it aired?
No, I don't think so.
But if
because
we're
we
reporting
know,
on news.
yeah, but we know it. Like if it's fleeting, I think is
But
the thing.
it is an accurate account of the news of what actually happened.
You want to play it and
No.
try and find out?
No, no, I definitely do not. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will
have
not take
it.
those chances.
All right, so we're gonna start it right at the same spot, Joe. 25 seconds. That's for the video. Carmen has the audio.
Okay.
With the beeps
All
in
right,
it.
we hope.
Take a listen. Here's Loomis. Here we go.
We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare. Can I go back? Can I go back, please? Bomb bursting, and I got too nervous. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
So there you go. You hear her say her voice cracks, and then she said, "I messed it up," but she uses the word whatever. She says that twice. And she goes, "Can I go back? Can I go back?" And the guy goes, "We're live."
Yeah, Loomis.
Yeah.
Who is Loomis?
I don't know.
I'd like to just reiterate something that I've said once before, Galvin.
Yes.
I don't really have a desire to sing the national anthem.
Right, but
But if I'm at the
listen.
game, if I'm at the Lightning game and Sonia Bryson gets laryngitis, or if I'm at a Rays game and they're like, "Oh my God, we're so busy on putting a roof on, we forgot to get somebody to sing the
right,
national
could
anthem."
happen.
And they said, "Is there anyone here that could sing?" I am 100% volunteering to sing the national anthem.
I like it.
Not good at it. I will not screw it up. I know the words by heart, and I'll be able to pull it off. That's all I have to give you. A respectful version of the national anthem.
Yeah, I like
And
it.
I can tell you, Loomis gets barely over 1,000 listens a month.
Yeah,
Who is
Spotify.
Loomis?
Well,
But
she's
that's what I'm saying.
Just a singer, yeah. Because I'm looking at her Instagram. She has 30,000 followers.
Does she blow up now, or does she go down?
But she blows up,
Yeah.
and that may have been the smartest thing. Whatever, Loomis is hot. I can tell you that.
I saw her on that video. I wouldn't say she's hot.
I would say she's
Takes
hot.
good pictures, maybe.
I mean, she's attractive. She's attractive on there, but she's also at the presidential. Well, the leftover president.
yeah.
So she's not going to
Leftover
slut it up,
presidential.
you know. But if she sluts it up
Yeah.
and stuff, she looks good. By the way, who is the girl? I don't know who she is. Carmen, please help me out.
Okay.
She is on a commercial for the Meta glasses, I think it is. And the guy's like, "Who's coming to my party?" And then it shows the Meta glasses say the different people, and it's the girl, and she writes "nasty" on the mirror in
Oh,
lipstick.
Tanashi.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's hot.
All right.
She's hot.
Oh,
She's
She
really hot.
is gorgeous. I have no idea whether she can sing or dance or whatever she does.
I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah. She's hot.
Can you play her stuff?
I don't know.
I already-
Find out the hard
Let's
way.
not find
Yeah.
out, please.
I already did it once.
Yeah, was an old Instagram, TikTok thing.
Yeah.
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 She's hot. You want to know who else is hot?
Wonder Woman.
No. Stop. You know what? Forget about it.
Picture.
I just imagine he just sits there and does a list of hot girls while he's putting blackface on.
Not blackface. What blackface? No.
Happy Halloween.
No. You know, I'm not even talking anymore.
Canceled. By the way, do
Can
you
I tell you who
know
was smoking hot?
who?
The security guard at the tailgate yesterday.
Oh, really? What was his name?
Oh, Steve.
Yeah.
He was 6'4".
Tight.
This girl was so hot that I would talk to Oliver and I go, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And I go, "What do we pay our promo girls?" And I go, "What do you think she's making here as a
So
security
she
guard?"
was security. Was she wearing a uniform or just
Yes,
like a?
she had a gray polo shirt on and black pants.
Okay.
And will do nothing security wise. She's not stopping me from doing anything.
No.
She's not doing
Yeah.
her and another guy aren't stopping
If
me from
I
doing
come
anything.
in and flip a table over, what's she doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
She may be radioing to somebody else.
Right.
Does she want to take Spanish's job?
No. I can't look at that every day. She was so hot. I was just like,
Carmen's fine though.
huh?
You could look at Carmen all day long.
That's
She's
why
all
I'm over here,
Yeah.
Galvin.
Oh, too hot.
Can't have her in the
Yeah,
room.
I'm too high.
Too hot to be in the
I
building.
can't have it over there.
Can't have her in the room.
So
I
distracting.
was actually in that meeting with Mike and Jason and John, and Mike was like, "Carmen can't be in the building."
Look at this picture.
I've seen the tattoo.
All right.
This girl, we pay our promo girls $15 an hour.
Okay.
$15 an hour. Like I to do what I used to have to do for free in the
Yeah.
when I was an intern. $15 an hour. And this girl was way hotter than any of the promo girls that we had. Like she belonged and I was like, go. And then I found
Did
out.
she not know how hot she is? Is she one of those girls? Those are good girls.
Those are the
I
best.
don't know. She had a
She's a
beautiful
girl.
smile. She was like really naturally pretty. She
Right.
wasn't like slutty or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Send the picture to the group.
I did not take a picture
Yeah,
of her.
you did.
I swear on my children, I did not.
I don't-
Maybe Olivero did. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was gonna say, did you have Tom take it?
Yeah,
No.
there's no way there's not a picture on somebody's creep phone.
I
Hey,
got
swear
it,
to God, I
boys.
did not.
Hey,
take
I
it.
got it for you.
Hey, real quick, say boss. There you go.
Say boss.
I'll take that picture,
I
boss.
got it, Mike.
She was gorgeous, and I don't know. I felt like that's what you used to do. We used to go like recruiting promo girls. You go find hot girls, and you go, "Hey, we got a job, $15 an hour." You
There
know?
was a girl we went to Waffle House, and she was a smoke show. And the next week, she was a bartender at our club.
yeah, that's how
We
it
were
goes.
like, you are too hot
Yeah.
to be working in the Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, so there are 4 other people in the independent third party that are still in
Oh,
it
they're all independents,
in it to win it. Yeah.
Write
Okay.
them in.
Cornell West,
right? What is
Jill Stein,
it? Yeah, who runs every election?
Chase Oliver.
Who is that?
No idea. And Claudia Dela Cruz.
Oh,
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
Cornel West is smart,
Yeah.
but did you ever see him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does not look like he looks like he should be with Parliament more
Yeah,
than he
yeah.
should be as president.
Right.
So I don't know, but I would have probably have watched a little bit of that debate had it been on just to see what they would say, but I'm not voting.
Would have been able to see Loomis.
Yeah.
How about that? A mailman right here in Florida has been accused of throwing away more than 1,000 pieces of mail. Do we know anybody?
Yep.
Including 400 pieces of political mail and at least 1 election ballot. Federal authorities arrested Otis McCoy.
Otis.
For stealing United States mail and dumping it in the woods instead of delivering it to his assigned route in Orlando. According to court documents, a coworker told McCoy's manager that he had returned from his route earlier than expected despite leaving with a, quote, very large quantity of mail. A postal inspector with the United States Postal Inspection Service began the investigation into the incident and obtained surveillance video from a nearby resident that shows McCoy arriving at a wooded lot in his postal van and then just dumping out mail
into
the
lot.
woods. Into the woods, yeah. So he was busted. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
No, but there's no way you're going to get caught doing that. Obviously you get caught, but nobody. You go, hey, I mailed out that payment a week ago and never got here. All right, I'll just send another one.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's not really anything you could do about it.
Is there an age do you think you can't go trick or treating anymore?
Yeah,
What is that age?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, I'd say maybe 14, 15.
Gio?
16. You can drive. You shouldn't be trick or treating.
Carmen?
Ooh, 14, you're in high school. Go to a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I gave it one more year at 14, 15 because like Gio said, you can't drive.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to parties and doing some stuff, but you want some candy too.
Yeah,
so.
I think 15 is a good cutoff.
Yeah.
I think
14,
15 is a good.
15.
Yeah.
Like
That's a freshman in high school.
my daughters are 14 and 15. I think they're going to go with some friends around the neighborhood.
Yeah, like 14, 15, and you're traveling
Girls,
in
for some
groups.
reason, I feel like it's more acceptable.
Yeah.
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 If my
Got-
son was
boys,
dude.
I think they're going to cause, mischief.
And-
But if you're a 16-year-old boy and you woke up one day and go, wait a second, I get a pillowcase and go from door to door and people just give me candy, I don't want to give that up. That's pretty good.
yeah.
And if you don't have a car,
And if I
Just for
put a
what it-
costume on, they don't know how old I am.
all you gotta do is put a mask on
Yeah.
and
Right.
hair. Yeah, I mean, I think if you go for like 20 minutes just to get some free candy and then you go hang out, I don't care. But if you're like going out, like running for 2 hours, that's a little.
I remember last year there was a couple teenagers that came up to my house that were like not even dressed up. They were just like,
Yeah.
like 60 trick or treat.
Do they get juice?
Yeah. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, there's 2 towns in New Jersey ahead of Halloween season have set an age restriction on trick-or-treating in hopes of making the holiday safer. They have had the ban children over the age of 14. So you're right on. Anybody over the age of 14 banned from trick-or-treating since 2017. So they asked, there was a poll on how old is too old for kids to go trick-or-treating. Most common answer in the poll was 16 or older. 43% said somewhere between 13 and 16. So we're right on par with everybody else pretty much. Yeah. Once you can drive, stop trick-or-treating. Wallet Hub compared 50 states how they keep their residents safe, analyzing a list of factors including crime, financial safety, climate disaster, and more. What do you think the worst states are in the United States for being safe? That's crime. That's climate disaster. That's financial
Cities?
safety. No, states.
States, California, worst.
California, no. California
York.
not in the bottom 5. No,
Illinois.
no.
Ooh, if you're not in
Baltimore.
Chicago, if you're not counting deaths in Chicago, what could be worse than that?
It is not in the bottom 5. I can tell you the absolute worst. Louisiana, New Orleans, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of crime.
They throw you in the swamp. They'll
Yeah.
find you.
Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, and Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, we're the worst.
Oh,
We're not the worst. Louisiana's the worst, but we're in the worst 5 there. What do you think the safest are? Safest, nicest, best states as far as safety goes.
Vermont.
Number 1, Gio.
Oh, really?
Vermont.
What?
And I'm telling you right now, stay up in that area.
Maine,
Maine is number 3.
Rhode Island.
No,
No, the other one, Connecticut.
no.
No, too
But
close.
you're right up there. Vermont is number 1. Number 2 is New Hampshire. Number 3 is Maine. Number 4 is Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and then you jump over to Utah. So 4 out of the 5 safest based Wallet Hubs thing is New England.
It's pretty rural up there too. That's why I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Vermont is the time I was in Vermont. It was awesome. It's amazing.
But I heard, wasn't it? Is it Maine or is it one of those places that has a really bad heroin problem?
Yes.
Where's Dunkin' Donuts based out of?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but I think it's like
Not that I'm
Vermont or
blaming
something.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, is there
I
a
just-
great
Is there a heroin
correlation?
donut?
Connection.
I think the frosted heroin.
Yeah, sprinkle that on there. Pizzas made and sold at a Wisconsin pizzeria were unintentionally contaminated with THC. They were using an oil from another business and didn't realize it contained Delta 9 cannabis.
That's
Oh
funny.
yeah.
This pizza good, man. A Walmart store in Ohio is pressing charges against a former employee. Joe, you didn't work at Walmart, did you?
No.
Who was caught peeing
No.
on 72 bags of potted mix outside of their store. The person had been drinking at the time.
Oh.
Well, no, I was not. I was nowhere near that Walmart.
Okay. Happy National Chocolate Day today. Today is National Chocolate Day, so if you want to eat some. Carmen, favorite go-to chocolate?
Ooh, the one with the caramel in it, like the Dove caramel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I love.
You know what's weird?
Like
Yesterday
salted
was
caramel.
National Tight Ends Day, and they didn't mention it on TV at all.
No, I didn't hear it once.
Holy smokes!
Did anybody do anything? Did the tight ends catch any?
Oh, man. And did they point it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chocolate Day. I think I kind of outgrew chocolate. I still love a candy bar, like a Butterfinger, or Score bar, or Twix. You know, one of those things. I do love a candy bar, but I think I don't have a desire for it.
I don't eat a lot of candy at all.
Yeah.
But I did. They got me at the store, Publix. He got me at the checkout. They had those flips, those white
Pretzels?
chocolate pretzel, whatever.
Yeah.
And I got a bag of them. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, let me throw that in there." So I threw it in there. And then I was watching football yesterday, and my wife came home. Like literally, I went over to the cabinet, opened the bag, and as soon as I pulled one out, the front door opened. Like, you got me.
Yeah. Like she walked in on you.
Yeah.
I got a lot of emails and even a post on Instagram of people who are blaming us for going to Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's.
Oh yeah. You never heard of it
Limited
before we
time.
talked about it.
You shouldn't blame. You should thank.
Yeah,
Yes.
we planted a seed to be open at lunchtime by talking about Taco Bell,
Yeah.
which I have not been back, by the way.
By the way, advertisers, radio works.
Yeah.
All we have to do is say Taco Bell, and
Yeah.
everybody storms there. I had them for the last 2 years on the death pool, and I didn't have them this year. Grateful Dead bassist Phil Lesh died on Friday. He was 84 years
Now,
old.
was he sick or just old?
Yeah, no, he was sick
Okay.
and old.
That's
yeah.
pretty good for 84.
84, yeah.
84,
And,
that's a good life.
and also, if you're in the Grateful Dead and you lived to 84,
Yeah.
that seems like you're living to 209, you know? Speaking of dead people, the home where Matthew Perry died just sold for $8.55 million.
Now, we talked about this last week. Would you live in a home that there was a murder? Would you live in the home that Matthew Perry died in?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd go.
Yeah,
I'd go right in the
I
hot
think
tub.
there's, yeah, I think
I have no shit.
drink some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot of houses where people died. Do you have to disclose that if
Yes.
somebody died?
Yes, if
somebody
they ask.
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
they died. So not murder, obviously, yeah. But today, by the way, is the first anniversary of Matthew Perry's death.
Already?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
that's
Seems like it was like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Goes so
I remember
fast.
I was at like a Halloween party when I found out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what is so funny? You text me, I believe.
Yes.
I think you texted me, and I was at Sammy Hagar show over at the Sound, and
Yeah.
told like everyone around me because we were waiting to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh my god, Matthew Perry died."
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was at Ashley and Blaine's and I told her, and me and Ashley had a moment.
Oh,
Did you cry?
We definitely watched Friends that night. No, we didn't cry, but it was like a sad moment.
I'll be there for you.
It definitely brought the party down for
the one
a
where
little bit.
the one where the two blondes cry.
Yeah.
I just said,
Speaking of death, Ric Flair's stepson, Sebastian Kidder, an up-and-coming musician, died at the age of 24 after taking his own life. Kidder died after suffering a gunshot wound on Saturday afternoon at the family home in Georgia. Police are currently investigating. The circumstances leading up to Sebastian's death are currently unclear.
I'm trying so hard
What?
to hold it in.
A fart?
It's no.
Oh.
He died. So it's
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh, like HBO when they do.
yeah, if it's something serious. Yeah. Gotta go like,
How old was he?
whoa. 24.
Oh, you go like this. Whoa.
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 So you said, did his other son die?
Yeah, his real
Other son was overdose.
Yeah. I remember we
Yes.
talked to the sister
What?
about that when she was in
Yeah.
the studio.
Bad news.
Yeah, that's both. I mean, both the things obviously are sad.
Yeah.
What's the common denominator?
Oh.
Mm.
You. Gio, I think you're going to be excited about this. Did you know Spider-Man 4 is scheduled to be released July 2026?
I did. I saw that. Tom
Yeah.
With
Holland.
who?
Tom Holland.
again? Because I read a thing the other day where they were talking to Tobey Maguire again.
Yeah, I think that might be happening too.
That's crazy.
But I know Tom
I don't
Holland
need
is
two.
signed on.
I don't need two different Spider-Mans coming
I
out.
did
Oh.
like the 3, and they were talking about it, and then he shoots the webs, and they're like, "Whoa!" And he goes,
Yeah.
"What? You can't do that?"
Yeah, no, I thought that was great. But I don't need to.
Tom Holland was saying that Robert Downey Jr. Really supported him and helped him keep a lot of the lines in the movie that they were going to cut out, but to give him more screen time and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, look, I enjoyed the thing. I enjoyed Tom Holland with Robert Downey Jr. I don't know how I'd go back to a 40-year-old Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, there's comic books where he's older at certain times.
Yeah, I just
You know
don't.
what I mean?
I don't think I'm going to see it. You know, like I don't. It's just Tom Holland's my Spider-Man.
Like I know that Superman died and and the fighting and doing all that stuff, but have they ever had where just like Spider-Man dies, not like in a fight or anything, he just died in his sleep or whatever? You know what I mean?
I don't
like
remember.
it's at a certain age,
Yeah.
Spider-Man died.
I know there's
Yeah.
an old Spider-Man in some of the comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Old Peter Parker's dead.
I would like to see Andrew Garfield.
I thought he was good too. I don't know
think
why
he's
they replaced him.
Good Spider-Man, great actor, bad movie.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he got an unfair. Like he would be. You
What
know,
did he do? One and done?
He did 2.
Oh, okay.
They all
'cause I
did
watched
too,
with
didn't they?
Emma Stone, and yeah, I thought it was.
It's all right, but it was it wasn't great. I think he could have with a better script and better he played the character. I thought
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very much the Peter Parker
Yeah.
nerd.
Tom Holland's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Tom Holland is the best.
Toby, I thought was good. I
He's-
thought he was good.
He's good for the time, but I think Tom Holland has been better.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't like the 2 out of the 3 Spider-Man were British.
Yeah.
Hello,
Right?
hello, web slinger.
Spider-Man USA.
Speaking of Spider-Man, this guy was
Tom Holland bangs Zendaya.
Yeah.
oh,
That- He's the winner right there.
Uh,
Zendaya, my favorite
best
out of all
Mary
the.
This guy was in a Spider-Man, James Franco. He was in the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
James Franco has not spoken to Seth Rogen since his whole Me Too problems. Remember James Franco, all the different
Yeah.
stuff that was going
Yeah.
on? He says, quote, "I love Seth. We had 20 great years, but I guess it's over." Seth Rogen seems like that type.
I don't understand that though. Like I don't understand how I don't know. James Franco wasn't accused of raping anybody. He was accused of maybe a little grooming.
I think he was accused of underage sex. He was
No,
banging-
so what I think. Sorry, I don't have to correct you, but what I remember was he went after a girl on social media that he thought was hot and was like, "Hey, let's hook up," and then she might have been young, but I don't think she was underage. I could be wrong.
There was definitely underage.
Or he didn't know she
And
was underage when he went
because
after her.
everyone was like, that was the whole reason he went back to college was to bang
It
a bunch
says
of underage.
5 women accused actor James Franco of inappropriate or sexual exploitation.
How
exploitative
old?
Behavior. It doesn't say.
No,
but that
but-
would have been. I feel like that would have been.
Yeah,
in the
in the lead if it was if they were underage. But he was teaching, and they said that he was doing inappropriate things while he was teaching, like making them do love scenes and things like that.
Acting class,
Yeah.
a lot of nudity.
Yeah. So let's just say, here's the deal, Galvin.
Yeah, it's 33. Oh,
James Franco, 17-year-old
17.
Scottish girl.
Or was he the one that he DM'd or something
Yeah.
and didn't know how old she was? Or
he
mad
met
at
her
him for that?
outside a New York theater.
All right, so we mad at him for that, for making a poor judgment on not knowing how old she was, and she was
She had a boyfriend.
months away from being 18.
No. I listen, I'm not mad
No,
at him
but that's
for
what I'm trying to
anything.
say. Here's why I'm saying this. Here's why I'm saying he's probably a bad guy. Okay, even though it sounds like I'm defending him. If somebody came at me and said, "Pap, met a girl on Tinder and she was 17,"
Yeah.
and I go, "Joe," and Joe goes, "I didn't know, Michael. We didn't do anything." When she told me I didn't talk to her anymore, I go, "Okay, Joe, I believe you. You're my friend. We talk." Now, if you ask me about some of the other people in my life, if you're like my friend Bob, who I'm making up, and you say, "Bob, reach out to a 17-year-old," I'm like, "Yeah, Bob has a history of doing creepy things. I should stay away from Bob."
So I do remember that there was something with underage, and this is so the way that this is put, it was he hit on a girl that was underage, and he said it was bad judgment.
Well, the article that I'm reading,
What you got? More?
17-year-old British girl, and it said even after learning her age, he asked for the name of her hotel and if he should rent a room.
I mean, but look, we're talking about between 17 and 18.
Now, what's the difference between 17 and 16? 16 and 15. You know what I mean?
No,
but you go,
but 16 and 18 is a bigger deal than 17 and 18.
But you go down that slippery slope. 18 is 18. You know what I mean?
So this girl, Violet Paley, said, "Time's up, James Franco." She said, "Remember when you pushed my head down in a car towards your exposed penis?
Whoa.
And that other time you told my friend to come to your hotel room and she was 17 after you had already been caught doing that to a different 17-year-old." Yeah, so
They're saying he had that acting school and he admitted to like banging the students.
So
that's method acting.
So what I'm saying is Seth Rogen probably knows
Yeah.
what we're learning about James Franco.
Right.
He knows a lot more about.
Yeah, whenever that came out, Seth was probably like, yeah, he's done this in the past. I got to kind of stay away. If I
When
wanna-
Pap called that girl who was 17 and a half and told me it was a mistake, I believed them.
Thank you, Michael.
and
But when
Seth-
Bob did it, I didn't believe Bob.
Rogan's like, I can't have this guy taking me down.
I was going to say Seth Rogen is also married. So I feel like that plays a big part in like separating that friendship. If she's like, you can't be friends with him.
You think that my wife doesn't do that? My wife doesn't tell me, but I'll go. She'll go like, "What are you doing?" And then I'll go going out with Bob, and she'll go, "Gross."
But also,
Yeah.
if you're Seth Rogen and you're friends with Franco, every interview you do, you're getting Franco questions. So you have to distance
Sure.
yourself.
Did
Fine,
you
but
know?
let me ask you
Were
this.
you there?
Let me ask you this: Seth Rogen said he reached out to James Franco to do a movie with him, and he hadn't talked to him since Freaks and Geeks, and he did the movie and like did him a favor, and because he lent his celebrity to that movie, he had a lot of success. So, in my mind, James Franco must be a really bad person for Seth Rogen to go, yeah, even with that, I can't be friends with him. You know what I mean? Even though I owe him a lot, he's like, I stuck by him on the first couple of ones, but now I got to get away from this
Right.
guy. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder, who did he say this to?
Who did he say?
James Franco.
It was in, I guess, some
USA
sort of
Today.
article. Is that what it was? Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I love Seth. We had 20 great years together, but I guess it's over.
It's weird, man.
Seth Rogen, not that funny anymore.
But you want to know what?
Been a while since
Yeah.
he really had something good.
Yeah.
I also feel like since James Franco is saying this and is pretty just like nonchalant about it, he knows that Seth Rogen knows some stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't want to rile him up. He doesn't want
Right.
to go, that
He's like, yeah.
scumbag. You know, I was accused of stuff and this, that. He's like, yeah, no, I guess it's
It
over.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, we're, our friendship's done, but like, because he doesn't want to stir the pot.
No, and that's fine. And
But what else is there?
yeah, but you know
else
what?
did
What
he
a
do?
bunch of fat loser nerds they are. Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and because what you have such a bunch of little nerdy fatty fats. Because you don't turn your back on your friends like that unless you're from that generation of just being little fat nerds.
Also 100% jealous that he's the good looking one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Finally, I'm on top.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. That whole generation of we don't like porn guys.
Oh, yeah. They don't like porn?
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
All right.
That kind of thing.
right.
Even though they don't
I'm
really
too
mean it, they're
cool.
watching when they're home alone.
Yeah.
By the way, women hate them too because they're not good at sex.
Right. They don't know how to do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. They're
They'd
too
never-
respectful.
They never lick that.
Yeah.
And now I got to turn my back on you.
There's a lot of ladies they want to be disrespected.
How does it go, Mike?
No. You know what that was? I was trying to do a Seth Rogen. I realized I'm not even close.
Oh, nailed it.
I gave up right in the beginning.
So there was a lot of crazy stuff for the tight end day yesterday for the NFL. But one game where it was 15-12 was the Bears and the Commanders. It was 15-12. The Bears were winning.
This is the
after
greatest
they drove
ever.
down and scored, which was crazy.
They scored
Leading the
26 seconds left.
leading the Commanders. Yeah, time running out.
All right.
Tyreek Stevenson is seen taunting the crowd
Yeah.
while the Hail Mary play is getting snapped. Like the ball is live, it's going, whatever. He's over taunting the crowd and stuff. The ball ultimately bounced off of his hands.
Oh.
And then the Commanders caught it for a touchdown. The Commanders won 18-12. We have video on Bone TV. Take a look at this. This is unbelievable. Look at, go ahead, roll it. He's over there taunting the fans, running his mouth, doing all that stuff. Oh, you moved the monitor. Oh, I should have hooked it up over there. Sorry. But yeah, so he's over there taunting the crowd and stuff, and then they snap the ball, and he runs over, gets a hand on it, bounces off his hand, and goes into the Commanders.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they wind up winning.
I was so jealous that their Hail Mary worked and the Buccaneers did not.
I'm going to take this time to make a official announcement.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh boy, here we
I've
go.
said this before. I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
No longer gambling
Okay.
for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I spent, I don't even know if I want to say this. I'm afraid my wife's in the car. I lost so much money yesterday
Yeah.
gambling.
I
on-
attribute it to that because I gave you my one lock that I
Yep.
thought for sure.
Yep.
There's a guy that plays for the Warriors that they had low on points, and I go, I don't understand what's going on. That doesn't make any sense to me. And so I told Mike, I was like, hey, bet heavy on this because this is it. And then he
So I did.
terrible.
I bet heavy. I
Did he
bet
do
heavy.
the
that
right bets?
I would bet heavy that he would
No.
get 15 points, and he got 6 points. Yeah,
How
6.
heavy? How heavy?
Hey,
$2,000.
you put 2,000 on it?
2,000.
That is heavy.
Sorry.
It's not your fault, Calvin. I understand
No.
the risks
What
of
would the
going
payout
into
have
it.
been?
It was plus 190.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been almost double that. Wow. But I understand the risk going into it. But that was on top of all of my loser football bets for the whole weekend too. I lost every one of them. Tyreek Hill didn't do anything. Rashad White. How do they not have receivers?
Oh, don't bet on Rashad White.
But they had a low rushing for Rashad White, and they had no receivers to throw to, and then they
stinks.
gave everything to Bucky.
I picked Bucky. I picked Bucky.
But I knew Bucky would be the premier receiver. I mean, the premier running back. But they had low right. It was like 60 yards for Rashad.
Yeah, but I took
Yeah.
Bucky, and I took Bucky at like 25.
Oh,
Yeah. So get this though, and then I took Aaron Rodgers to throw over 225 passing
that video
yards.
you put might have been one of the funniest goddamn things ever.
It was literally they had like 6 seconds left,
Oh.
whatever, and all we needed was I think it was like 12 yards or something, and he winds up throwing a long one. And we got it, but time ran out and everything. They lost. Who cares? He got his last throw, the final play. He went over on the yards. I was like, oh my god, thank you,
Tell him what you called him.
you booger eating son of a bitch.
Yeah. I had the under on how many boogers he would pick. and
Yeah.
he went way over.
Picking him, but eating him is over.
And then Geno Smith, who has thrown over like 280 yards in every game he's
Yeah.
ever played in his life, just got stomped by the Bills and didn't work.
I'm telling you right now, more proof that of aliens and any of that stuff is the people who make the lines for gambling.
Oh yeah.
Because they get it to they had Baker Mayfield had the over under was 200 and like 28 for yesterday, and at halftime he had 114.
Remember,
it was like exactly half.
When Brett Ernst was here, he said that it's all computer.
Yeah.
They all put all the information into the computers,
Yep.
and that's what spits out the line. It's
But
not like a person.
How come we can't put stuff in a computer and spit out the line and get the right bet? It's crazy.
It's crazy how they get it. Like I have like a parlay. It's like 5 teams, and the last team loses every time.
I
You know, it's like I
it's
can't.
amazing. It still makes it so much more fun though.
But I can tell you that I went 4 for 4 with UFC. Did great with that. I had the Celtics. So I'm.
You didn't think Max Holloway was going to win?
No.
I just assumed
He listened. He did well.
Right.
Max is a great fighter, and he's unbelievable, and he's tough as all get out, and he'll point right there and let's stand here.
That's why I picked him.
Yeah, but the other guy's so good. You know, there's levels, and it's funny because Max is old school, not old school.
Right.
He's not Chuck Liddell, but they're always evolving. They're becoming better and better. And listen, he was doing well. He won that first round. The second round was a little bit iffy, this and that, but yeah, luckily he got that. But I went
the
for
fact that was on in the middle of the day was great because I was at my daughter's softball game watching it on my phone.
So I had that, and then I went to the Lightning game that night. And at the Lightning game, I have bets on the Lightning game, and I'm watching the Celtics game, and both going on. Yeah, I was
You're
like,
a gambling guy, hardcore now.
Hardcore.
When you were at the game,
Yeah.
did you happen to? I might have a lawsuit against the Lightning.
Okay.
From what I understand, they're continuing to use my likeness.
Oh no.
Oh,
They are.
I didn't notice. Did they have Grumpy Cat up there?
Somebody texted me and said they went to the game and I was Grumpy Cat again. Not from the other night.
Oh.
They're re-showing my Grumpy Cat.
Now you're like the grumpy guy.
I'm Grumpy Guy.
All right.
No.
Which part of me kind of loves it. I'm not lying. I'm not suing anyone.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Sticking with football stuff, though, according to a new report, NFL players, quote, easily go through at least 80,000 Uncrustables a year.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
So it's
Just a grab and go.
yeah.
They
It's
said
got,
they're a good post game post.
it's got the jelly.
Workout.
It's got sugar in it. The peanut butter's got a little bit of protein. Whatever. It's I mean these guys are athletes. You listen. Don't think if you eat Uncrustables, you're going to be out there playing
Yeah.
on Sunday.
All right.
But if you're out there and you just played a 3-hour game where you're running and stopping and doing all this stuff and everything, you can eat a few Uncrustables.
I love an Uncrustable.
Well, maybe you can try out for the team next year.
I kind of tell you, I don't think I've ever actually had one. I bought them for the kids before.
They're good.
I'm a fan of the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the crust.
I don't mind the crust, but yeah, the Uncrustables are good.
But
They
the
say-
Uncrustables are easy to go.
Yeah.
They say 80,000 Uncrustables a year, including games, practices, training camps, all that stuff put together. Which team eats the most Uncrustables? What would you say?
I know.
You do know?
Yeah, I know. So I won't guess.
The Detroit Lions.
No.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
No.
The Commanders.
No. Denver Broncos.
Oh,
Yeah. Eat the most. I don't know why or
It's high altitude.
Larry.
altitude. The
Yeah.
peanut butter brings them back down.
Larry, like 7 more than everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He eats a lot of them.
Sean Payton.
And then this was interesting, which I don't know whether you heard about this. It was in National Tight Ends Day, which
They
you
did
know,
mention it once. but-
Kittle made that up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 7 years ago, he was mic'd up and he said about it. He said it's a national title. Like
Yeah.
he made it up, so now it falls on.
Oh,
the,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
Kittle's great. I really like
he's
him.
unbelievable.
I mean, to live with that hair.
Yeah.
it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I just like his person. He's funny.
But this was something, you hear about those things, the tight end day. This is the first time a home team has played in the Super Bowl on their thing, whatever. Identical twins played each other yesterday's Eagles Bengals game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it wasn't NFL first. It was Tiki and Rondé.
Yeah, but did they play each other?
Played
I don't
against
even
each other.
remember.
I think so, yeah.
I don't
Did they?
remember.
Yeah, I think so.
And then over to baseball, despite partially dislocating his shoulder, Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani will play Game 3 of the World Series tonight, which is happening.
Do I still have to pay you the
Yes,
$100 even though I
100%.
lost all of my money yesterday?
LA leads the Yankees 2-0. This guy bet on it before it started and called it the other day.
Yeah.
I say the Dodgers in 5, and I say the Dodgers win, by the way. But yeah, you and I don't know. I'll see after that buddy tip that I gave you.
Yeah.
I feel
You
bad.
said Yankees in 4?
No,
Yeah,
he
sweet.
just said
Oh.
said
He
said
Yankees to
yeah.
win. I said Dodgers to win, and we bet $1,000 on it.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So
That's laying heavy.
$1,000.
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that audio. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was just.
Wow.
you should because it was 100. I
It
was seeing whether you're paying attention or
That
not.
audio's been deleted.
Yeah, we.
I don't know where it is.
I'll give you half. I'll split it between you two. And then finally in news, a recent study looked at 20,000 wedding playlists on Spotify to find the most popular songs. So this is not your wedding song that you and the bride dance to.
Oh.
It's just songs. If you attend a wedding, this song is going to be played. You know it's going to be played. What would you say the top 10 songs on a wedding playlist are?
What's the one that slide to the left?
Slide to the right.
Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah, there it is. That one. Number 1.
No.
What?
No, that is not even the top 10.
What?
We are family, sister.
We are family. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3. Ursher and Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Come on, Aunt Mabel. Get to the dance floor.
Joe, what did you say?
We are family.
No, we are not.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not in there. Not in there. So you have number 3.
Just thinking of his wedding song.
Maybe.
What else? What else is in there?
The Macarena.
No.
The electric slide.
No.
What?
You're thinking of all the like everybody get up and dance to.
But I mean, I've heard these at every wedding I've ever been to.
How about this one?
I got a feeling. No, this is
No,
not. I got a
let's get
feeling.
it started.
Yeah, no. Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling,
Pick the wrong one.
which they
Yeah,
did,
yeah, I
you know,
picked
for
the
The
wrong one.
Office.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is
okay.
number 6. Number 10. He seems to always be in town. Flo Rida with Low.
Okay.
Doesn't
He
he?
is always in town.
Right? Yeah. He's
If you
always
miss Flow Rider, he'll be here next week.
Yeah.
What about It's Getting Hot in Her?
It's Getting Hot in Her by Nelly. Not on the top 10
I mean,
list.
I suck at this.
Yeah, you're not good. How many weddings?
I
have
don't
you
even get invited to weddings.
Yeah.
You do get invited. You just don't go.
Nope, not
yeah?
true.
No,
Sam
Johnny
did
B.
not invite you.
Johnny B.
Sam didn't invite.
Johnny
me.
B.
No.
Johnny B. I was at his wedding. You were invited. You weren't there.
Couldn't make.
Yeah. Well. Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy in Love. Beyonce comes in at number 8. Marry You by Bruno Mars comes in at number 7. We had number 6 there. I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas. One of my favorites, Earth, Wind, and Fire. September comes in at number 5. Steve Byrne going to get up and sing it for you. Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Mike got number 3, which is Usher featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Macarena?
Number 1 and number 2. He already said Macarena.
Oh, you did.
No.
Sorry.
Journey.
Journey? Don't Stop Believing?
Yeah.
No. No Journey. Number 1, number 2. What do you got?
Number 1.
And what was the one you said that was the Joe? What did you say?
We Are Family?
No, the dance one, the one that you danced to, the cha-cha slide.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody say that?
Yeah.
No.
LMFAO.
No. One is a group. One is a female solo artist.
Donna Summer.
No.
Oh, it's got to be Taylor Swift.
No.
Oh. The Backstreet Boys.
I'm going to give you each one more guess. You can just name the group or the singer.
Madonna, Like a Virgin.
No.
Michael Jackson.
No. Joe?
Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer.
No.
The
one-
crack is whack lady. What's
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Number 1.
Oh!
Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody.
I love that song.
I want
So
to
do I.
dance with somebody.
That song makes you think of the cruise every time I hear it. think
I will
cruise ship.
dance on the cruises here to that song.
Yeah, I think cruise ship every time.
One of the greatest things, one of the greatest characters, one of the funniest sketches ever was whenever Bobby Moynihan used to do Drunk Uncle on Saturday Night Live on Weekend Update. So funny. But he would be all drunk and doing stuff, and he'd go, I don't care. And then he'd kind of like he was
Fall
falling
asleep.
asleep, whatever. And then he'd go, I want to dance with somebody, and starts singing into his glass and stuff. Yeah. That was one of my favorite characters ever. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the group. It is a foreign group.
ABBA.
ABBA. Dancing Queen comes in at number 2. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
those are the top 10 songs.
Those are
found on
10
the
songs you would
wedding
not
list.
hear at my wedding if I got
No?
married. No.
Well, but I mean, the DJ, are you telling him to sing
Yes.
that song?
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
sat
okay.
down with the DJ and we went over what we wanted to hear. Whatever. My wife will eventually have a 50th birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and she said she wants to have a party
Sure.
and play nothing but 90s hip hop.
No.
Okay.
But she was like,
It's great.
I don't want any of this. I don't want any of that. Like, she was very demanding about what she
Sure.
doesn't want. So, yeah.
Joe, what are you going to play at your wedding?
Oh, my wedding?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lucky number 4.
You know,
That's true, Joe. You're out of all of us, you're the one most likely to get married.
Yeah.
that's probably true.
You and Carmen are head neck and neck.
Does that
I'm-
guy have
I'm out
hair?
of that.
I'm sorry. Does that guy have hair or is he a robot? What is going on? Do you see?
Oh,
He's wearing a yarmulke.
beanie.
Oh,
yeah,
he's got a
yeah,
yarmulke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
but
was weird. It looked like the top of his head was missing.
That's
No, Joe, you're most likely to get married next on the
Yes.
show because Carmen has vowed to live in sin,
That's true.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, that's her choice.
Yes.
That's I'm not judging you, Carmen.
Joe,
Hmm.
do you think that you have any fire left in your soul? Like, do you think that if you and Sugar Pants made sweet love, there's a chance one might slip through the goalie?
Oh, wow.
Is there anything alive in there?
Wouldn't that be something?
No.
I can't imagine.
I mean, I don't
I can't
think so.
imagine. You have age, you have alcohol, you have cannabis.
All right.
Yeah.
Video, a lot of video,
Sitting-
wires.
Sitting
Yeah.
near these
Yeah.
wires all the
A
time.
lot of wires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, but no. I don't
Oh,
think.
we got-
Plus,
I don't think that
when you pour rum chata on it, that kills everything.
well,
But I heard Sugar Pants is pretty fertile myrtle.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
well, where did you hear that?
How'd you
On a
hear that?
message board?
Yeah.
Going around.
She has one kid. What is
How many
You know what
ye-
they called her in high school? Fertile myrtle.
Yeah.
how many years your senior is she?
I'm not getting into that with you, Gio. So
That's the Pants is a senior.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
a senior to her.
She's a junior.
Oh, did I
Yeah.
mess it up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
but thank you.
it's a couple.
It's a few.
She's still got a full life ahead of her.
Yeah.
Her privates are still alive.
Unlike Joe.
Well, I mean, like for reproductive organs.
Yeah.
Like Joe, I would imagine Joe looks like when you a cobweb when it first comes out looks like a beautiful spider web, and then
Yeah.
you go back and look at it a couple weeks later, it's like a dusty old cow. That's what I imagine Joe's reproductive system looks like.
I think it looks like old strawberries.
Yeah.
Gray,
Yeah.
yeah, with hair.
Just ask the Uber Eats driver. He sent the picture.
Oh,
true.
that's right.
Sure.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Is my ice cream on the way? Check this out.
I will say we have a very healthy sex life.
Whoa.
With Mama
Joe,
Pants
everybody.
right in the next room.
Oh yeah, she hears it. I'm sure.
Oh, now that's
what's
hot,
going
Joe.
on?
That's
Yeah.
hot.
Wow. Wow.
You like that old pants?
Old pants.
Do you ever think You could pull off the mother-daughter threesome?
No. Come
Yeah,
on.
of course.
I don't know. I don't know the mother that well. I only met her one time. She seemed like a very nice lady.
She is. She's
But she may have desires.
You never take a little peek when she's walking around the house in a robe?
She doesn't walk around the
Speaking
house
of
in a
poke?
robe.
She has no choice. She sleeps on the
Yeah,
couch.
it's- where's she supposed to
trying
go?
fix that.
Where's she been sleeping? Where's she been sleeping in the room?
No.
She go in the room?
She doesn't. Nope. No,
Just
she
go in.
wants
Has
it.
the room still been empty?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No vacancy.
Yeah, just move that stuff
The,
out.
the mysterious disappearance of Spanish still blows my mind.
Yeah. Do you have another bed to go in there?
You can't use an old Skivazza bed?
No, I can't use the old skibats, but
I got Amazon. I'll give you the link.
Yeah.
it won't be a problem.
Galvin's bed guy,
Yeah.
mattress guy.
It's unbelievable. Still to this day.
Dude,
Yeah.
you
Yo.
should have been giving your own like Amazon link.
That
'cause you
guy
get
just
money.
bought his second yacht. The guy who owns that mattress, he's like, I don't know. What
Out of Florida. They
Yeah.
love this mattress. And specifically Tampa.
Are you going to buy a ring soon?
Not soon.
Why?
Because the Renaissance Festival doesn't come around until February.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that's. I
Yeah.
want to
That's
get one of
true.
those wicker rings.
I got this ring at the Renaissance Festival. That's why I have my wedding ring from, yeah.
She's not worthy. Not
What?
worth it. Not worth it.
Wow.
I don't know what.
This will be number 4?
No, 3.
Oh, I thought he was going to go 5.
Oh,
No.
3.
No.
I absolutely hate wearing my wedding ring.
Yeah.
It gives me instant arthritis on my finger. It's so thick and it's so big.
Look at this. Yeah.
Loose? Yeah.
Loosey-goosey.
I don't like wearing it at all. People are like, oh, you don't wear your wedding ring. I'm like, I'd go get a tattoo on my finger.
Right.
Yeah, it's not nothing to do with that. And there's no girl has ever in my life been like, oh no, you're married. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not stopping you for anything.
And according to reports, psychologically, women are more attracted to guys with
that's
wedding
true.
rings.
That's
Yeah,
why I don't wear
yeah.
it. I don't want girls
Yeah,
following me
it's
around
too
all
much.
night.
It's too much. Can't
Too
handle
much.
it.
Well, Joe,
Yes, Michael.
I look forward to your wedding.
Well, thank you.
And the playlist.
And the playlist.
What would you say is holding you up?
You?
Me? Listen, I got nothing
I don't
to do
like
with that.
your questions. Nothing's holding me up. Everything is going according to plan.
Why don't you commit?
I'm
am committed.
amazed at how fast they moved in together.
Oh,
Absolutely
Because
amazed.
he booted the other one.
Right.
Right out of the
And
way.
it was like a week after they moved in together.
Yeah,
No,
no.
it
Joe
wasn't
kept
that.
pants on the download for a long time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, stuff was going on. He's kind of kept it to himself.
Oh,
That's-
you're going to get him
that's-
killed.
Yeah.
That's not even true, Gio.
That's totally true.
Remember Zoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Zoe. Zoe was very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I like
You guys
Zoe.
were together for a while before she became the pants.
Oh, you're making it sound like he
Yeah,
was messing
he was-
around with her.
No,
whatever.
He has
no,
the
no.
side pants
It-
going.
No, no,
Zoe's
no.
going to
No.
murder him.
Yeah.
No, I
You're
never.
making it seem like they were side pants.
There were no
I
side
never
pants.
did anything like that.
Yeah.
Cyber
It's
pants.
not my style.
She
So when
said-
did you put on the pants?
But he's known.
I'm wearing
He's
them
known
right
the
now.
One
pants.
leg at a time.
He's
Yeah.
known the pants. The pants have been in the drawer for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I meant. to say.
So
We
that's
dated a
side
long
pants.
time ago.
Yeah. She says he's got an unwillingness to commit, though, and that's why
She does not say
it's
that.
holding up.
I don't even know why you're saying that.
I
was
mean,
gonna say-
unwillingness to commit to her, because
Yeah.
clearly he doesn't have a problem committing to other people.
Ask her to marry you right now.
Like who?
You should do it.
Like the 3 women you were married to
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I
But
was
like,
not married to 3 women. I was only married to 2.
Yeah.
also, they left him. Let's be real.
I don't know. I'd argue number 2. Number 2 had issues.
Was that the doctor?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to put it all
I
out there.
mean, okay,
You don't-
Gio.
Yeah.
Don't put it out there.
Oh, we've never said that.
I'm just saying. My argument there is that she was crazier than Joe.
Yeah.
My
I
opinion.
thought maybe something was up when she showed us her boobs in Las Vegas at the strip club.
She did? Yeah. I wasn't there for that.
That's a toughie.
Joe was not happy about
Oh, I
that.
like her better now. Joe was not happy about that?
No, I was not.
Oh.
He disappeared. You didn't even see Steel Panther, did
No,
you?
I didn't.
Yeah, we all went to Steel Panther.
Who got to see them?
Me, Spanish. Who else was there?
I don't know.
The bunch
'Cause
of
I
people in the
wasn't
club?
Yeah, he went.
Oh,
I
you weren't
wasn't
there?
No, I wasn't
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
You never see Lady Pants doing that.
No.
No way.
No.
By the way, not like, hey, can we see him or anything? What?
No,
you know,
just-
it was volunteer. It was volunteer.
Tip her?
Huh?
You tip
Yeah,
her?
yeah, of course.
Maybe she was auditioning for a job.
How did that happen out of the blue?
Yeah.
Something my wife will never do.
Huh?
Never.
That's what Joe said too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought.
Let me take her to Vegas, see what happens.
Although I have to tell you, if my wife did that at a drunk strip club in Vegas, I'd go, remember, I would never let her forget it. I'd
If
go,
you were
remember
not there, you'd be pissed.
If I was not, I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
come
be
on.
pissed. I would be really surprised.
If you found out that your wife was out whipping out her ninnies,
If you were not there and she flashed me and Gio and
Yeah.
some other dude,
yeah,
you'd
I
be
wouldn't
like,
be happy
"What?"
about it, but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't like want to leave her or anything. I wouldn't be that mad at her. I'd be
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing?" You know, that would be a very big surprise to me if she did that.
I would be surprised.
I would
as
be
well
very surprised.
if she did that.
When I saw your wife in Publix and she did that to me, I was like, "Whoa,
my goodness.
this is weird. We're in Publix
The
now."
bread aisle?
My family still makes jokes, by the way, that you don't like them.
Dude, I do
My
like
daughter
them.
loves
I
us. Yeah,
was
it's just-
so.
Yeah, she'll always say, "Oh, it's because
I said hi to
Yeah, I
them.
know. They know, but it's
They
like,
were trying to blow me off.
it's like the running joke in
now
my
I don't
family.
like them.
Yeah.
Now I don't like them.
It's like, oh, Calta doesn't like us.
I like your wife. I don't like your kids. How do you like that?
Well,
No,
enjoy
I'm
the juice.
kidding. I don't know that if I saw your daughters out without you or your wife, I would recognize them.
Yeah, probably not. They haven't. I don't think you've been around them that many times.
No, your son I would recognize,
Yeah.
although your son gets older every time I see him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And your wife, definitely. Like when I saw her, I was like, I know this woman. I know this woman. Why? And then because she was over here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be her over here. Why is she over here? And then I gave her the, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
I'm not really sure who you are.
She must be a fan.
No,
Making
she
eye
doesn't follow
contact
me.
with me.
yeah. We only live like 10 minutes from that
Yeah.
Publix.
I mean, you're 4 Publix away.
Yeah,
You pass 4 Publix on the way to your
Yeah,
house.
10 minutes from Publix. There's at least 3 Publix.
Thank you.
that is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. All right, Calvin, thank you.
Got it.
We must take a break. We decided was we got a wedding to go to. We'll be happy before the end of this year, Joe.
No.
Okay.
No.
Why not?
That's too
See?
soon.
An
Too soon.
unwillingness to commit.
That's
Can I just ask you a question? Who do we know that might get married
Joe,
besides Joe?
Carmen.
Like, I really have not been invited to any weddings. Johnny B was the last one.
Michael. I invited you to my last one. You didn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Didn't go
you
to-
just don't
didn't go to
go.
Joe's, didn't go to Johnny B's. I don't know why I don't get invited.
I'm trying to think of who would actually get married that I'd go to their wedding.
I mean, Amanda Pappas.
like somebody
If I
who
was marrying her.
somebody who's probably going to get married, or just anybody that if they got married, you'd go to their wedding. Because I know one right off the top of my head.
Who?
If they got married to JoJo, if JoJo got married, you definitely.
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
yeah. But I'm saying, like,
somebody who's involved in
who's
the-
getting there.
where you like
Yeah.
you never know. That we know.
Like, is there anybody at the station?
Would you go to Open Mouth Sally's wedding?
No.
No.
I
Well,
would-
him and his girlfriend would be disappointed.
It would
I
be
guess.
very smart of people to invite me to their weddings because I'll send a gift and not go.
Yeah. Don't eat the food.
Did you send a
Don't
gift
drink
to
the-
Johnny B?
I did.
Okay.
That was after the fact, though.
It was after, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a year.
Yeah, you punched it up though because you felt guilty.
But what? Did I?
I think
I
so.
don't remember, probably.
You
I
went
think it's for
heavy-
extra
you
50
went
bucks
heavy.
now. Yeah, I went heavy on the wedding.
The only person at the station's wedding I've been to was Mo.
I was invited to that.
I was at Mo's wedding.
I should hate Mo forever.
It was a
for
great
that.
wedding. Had a great time.
You really?
Yeah, it was
Where
great.
was it?
Right on St. Pete Beach.
Oh God! If I would have had to drive to St. Pete Beach,
Oh, it was great.
I was not
on the
invited.
beach. On the beach.
Right on the
Yeah, it
beach.
was
Yeah.
free.
In the
Yeah.
oh,
Well, no, they,
can't stop them from going on the beach.
Yeah.
it was on the beach, and then what's the big tower building in St. Pete Beach? The one that's really tall with the that's got the circular room
Oh, the
upstairs.
glass. There used to be the Glass Frog, the
That's where
rotating
yeah,
restaurant.
the reception was upstairs in the thing.
It used to be a
I
hill.
bet it wasn't a glass frog since like the 70s.
No, probably not.
I
but
forget
remember
the
that.
name of it. It's the big, tall,
Yeah.
like tower
It
looking.
used to be a Hilton. I don't know
hotel.
what it is now.
Yeah.
I was not invited. I couldn't.
Great
tell you.
time.
Interesting. Very interesting.
A lot of fun.
Like Ethan's married. I'm trying to think of like the newer people.
Dizzy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Dizzy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dizzy's close.
Would you go to Dizzy's? And would you use the card that he gave you?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm never using those cards.
Dizzy's
Ooh.
wedding have all little tiny chairs and stuff. It'd be weird.
I don't think I'd fit at Disney's wedding.
It'll be a bunch of teddy bears with a tea party.
I think there'd be a lot of music I didn't like at that wedding. My wife might go a little.
Yeah.
Maybe hear some Loomis.
Oof.
Yeah. So that's really the only person that we know that's in a relationship that, you know.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to Dizzy's wedding. I didn't
not.
get invited to his birthday party.
That's true.
Why the hell would I go to his
invited
wedding?
party?
Yeah.
Plus, Spanish will probably be there to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm not going to that.
I'm out. I'm out, Dizzy. I'm out.
Dizzy's
Sorry.
like, I'm not. What are you guys talking about? She listens.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, they're in the car right now.
I'd go to her bachelorette party.
Oh.
Yeah.
everybody we work with is old now. We don't have, there's no young blood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going around the room. Oh, by the way, I sent John Brennan a message. Did you see his post on Instagram yesterday?
Him and Luke
Yeah.
with the Bucks.
They were yeah. He said, I wrote back, you were a dad brand dad now.
Oh yeah,
He is
He's 100%.
sitcom dad
Yeah,
all day. He's like, I know what happened. I go, the rotten kids, they ruin everything. He is dad brand dad. I am old fat dad. We're like we fit like the I'm no sleeves dad.
What kind of dad am I?
You're still holding on to that athletic dad.
I can touch the rim.
I can touch the rim. I can run a mile. I can do all these
I can
things.
run a mile.
Young cool dad.
I may
believe it or
one day
not-
still kick in the NFL.
Believe it or not, I can run a mile.
Yeah. I believe it. That's dad. Joe's dad, granddad.
Yeah.
Joe's the dad you grow up with him and you never know if he was your dad or your granddad.
Yeah.
That was you know what movie I watched last night? It's such a good movie. Forget the first one. Forget everything about it. It's a standalone movie. Is that 10 Cloverfield Lane or whatever?
yeah.
John
I
Goodman?
didn't watch that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
It has nothing to do with the first one.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
John
so,
Goodman's good in everything he does.
He's
so.
so good in this movie.
That is good.
Yeah.
He's so good. You don't know what's going on. Even at the end, I don't think you you figure out what's going on, but until the very, very end, you're like, what?
I watched a movie that I had saw the trailer and I was like, I'm not a huge fan of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Like, not that I dislike him, just, he's just a guy. But there is a movie called, I think it's Lucky People, right?
Okay.
Or, I think that I got to be honest, I don't even know the name of it now. But it's him and the guy that was in that movie yesterday with the Beatles, where the Indian guy, him and some girl that's popular, but I don't know her name. But anyways, that Indian guy goes to a small town to be a police officer. He gets transferred to a small town, and they're going to have a baby and all this stuff. And there's murder, and there's money, and there's this and that. It does not end like you think it would obviously end.
Okay.
There's a lot of different stuff. It's not great.
It's a good movie.
It was watchable, and it was like, all right. And I was happy that it wasn't like, oh, clearly this is what's
Isn't
going to
that
happen.
bad for movies that now we're just hoping for watchable?
Yeah. It's wild.
My wife watched that movie about the dating game murder thing on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
She said that she liked it.
It was really good.
Another watchable movie.
Yeah, it was very good.
All right, we got to take a break. I've just been running my mouth for way too long. Yeah. We got football picks and a whole bunch of stuff to go over before the show is over today. Ian will stop by in the 9 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.
People like Matthew Sweet.
Really?
So Matthew Sweet had a stroke, a debilitating stroke in Toronto, and it left him with a lot of problems. And I guess he's going to need like 24/7 care.
Oh, he's
and all
not
this
dead.
stuff.
He just had a stroke.
He is not dead, but he's not doing well at all. They put up a GoFundMe for him with the total of $750,000 that they're looking for. Any guesses on where they're at?
How much are they asking for?
$750,000. And this was it's been up, I don't know, maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe.
Hey, by the way, this is a really scathing commercial. Chad Cronister going against Andrew Warren for Susie Lopez. It's just, you don't like Chad Cronister being such a nice guy. You don't normally see him crapping on other people. But when he's talking about that Andrew Warren situation and how he turned his back on the police force and all, it's powerful. You should think about that before you go vote. But anyway, I'm sorry. Matthew Sweet, people like him, you say. He was asking for, I say he's got $110,000.
110. All right. Any other guesses? They're asking for 750,000.
I'm gonna go low. He's only raised about 50 grand.
50 grand.
I think he's raised 350 grand.
350.
Yeah.
Carmen, you have any idea who Matthew Sweet is?
I have no idea.
Well, I was just
It was the
playing him
music.
on the way
Yeah,
in.
it was the music. He was just playing there.
Who cares? 10 grand.
$430,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah, $430,000. So
But he didn't make any money, or he just wasn't
No.
good with his money.
no, he probably didn't make a lot of money. I mean, he
Yeah.
was one of those guys. It was kind of an indie dude, whatever. But I mean, he had a couple.
I don't even know any of his other songs. Do you?
Yeah, I couldn't name him.
Sick
no.
of Myself, Dark Secret, I've Been Waiting, Evangeline.
But he was a cool artist. He was good. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, Matthew Sweet, who is that?
Yeah.
You know.
Well.
But
Evidently, there's people who like it.
there's enough who like him that's raised $430,000 for him.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
I know. How was the weekend? You going to any concerts this weekend?
Only one. I went to King Diamond.
King Diamond, isn't that the devil guy?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Abigail.
Yeah, it was a wicked show over there at the Mappy Theater.
I bet it was. It was at Happy Theater. That seems like a weird spot for it.
It was a weird spot, but they got a little bit of issues with the sound over there. It was a little distorted there, but he puts on a show sort of like an Alice Cooper type show.
Yeah.
In a way. And of course, the other two bands, Overkill and Black Demon, were pretty good, but it was just like too loud in there or something like that.
Overkill and Black Demon. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the kind of place you want to go see a loud metal concert. I saw Metallica. I saw Motley Crue at Ruth Eckerd Hall one time, and I was like, it was deafening. You couldn't.
Yeah, I was at that show too.
Oh, I know you were. I know you were. I remember seeing you there.
Carmen, I think you'd love King Diamond.
I don't think so.
No.
Take a look at a picture of him. He used to sing for a band, Merciful Fate, but he does the super high, super low.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Too scary.
Right? But he also does he'll like go down low and then
that is not for me. That is mark that with Halloween things I don't like. Have you watched any Halloween movies? Like,
No.
they're just constantly on?
Yeah, no.
I watched the Monster Squad. I have to watch it every year.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. It's like a kids movie from like the 80s.
Yeah. Has Frankenstein.
Wolfman's got nards.
Yeah.
Is one of the Corys in that too?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, speaking of that, did you see the price list for the Corey Feldman autographs and all that stuff?
No.
I don't understand. I don't know. Like, what are you? Either a collector of autographs or just a lover of that one person? Like, I don't know who would make me pay $80 for an inscription and then throw in the extra 20 for the personalized.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny because I watched Stand By Me a couple of days ago for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, he was
Phenomenal.
great in that movie.
Great in there, but you didn't know how crazy he was. Like, you think, oh, this kid's a great actor. No, he's just kind of being crazy like he is.
But he was great in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was fine in movies. He was ruined in real life.
I think the whole music thing is an act,
and not his fault. Like his life, man. You know, he never had a chance with all the stuff that went on with him and stuff. By
the way, that would be a brilliant. Like I always say, I used to tell Galvin and Dinah all the time that I didn't believe Jersey Shore was real, and that one day that they were going to bring them out, and Snooki was going to be like, "My name is Nicole. I'm a trained actress or whatever," and because there was no way people were that
was
stupid.
British.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that I think he was faking the guitar solo stuff, I think that was a complete recording. I really think that he's in on the whole joke.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I think he's way beyond. I think he's fingerless glove guy.
By the way, I can tell you that was not a recording because it was not good, and he was he was just hitting the guitar. Yeah. Like if you're gonna have a recording, have a recording into somebody good.
I think he's fingerless glove guy who thinks that Michael Jackson was the greatest of all time and bestowed that upon him.
Yeah, he's delusional. Absolutely. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get that he's the joke.
You think?
I think he is.
I think he gets it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he does. I think he gets offended by that.
I don't
insinuate that his stuff is
because
joke.
anytime you see him in any interview, we had him on the show, he was super nice.
When we had him on the show, my first instinct was to do exactly what Galvin said. I was going to say to him, you were the joke. You were the... But he was so nice. I was like, I'd rather just talk to him and see what else comes out of it instead of... Because you tell somebody that's the last time you're going to talk to them. You know what I mean? You'll never be on the show again. So I was like, let me hold off a little bit. But he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I think it's because he doesn't get it. He doesn't realize that people are making fun of him right to his face.
I don't know.
I think it would be hard. At this point, you know how we always ask, like, don't they have a best friend? Don't they have someone to tell them that their haircut is weird or their, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like someone has had to come up to him and say that. And he's like, yeah, okay. Because he knows.
He's been in show business since a kid. I think there's no way he's that
delusional.
Unaware.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's...
So many people have been stroking him his whole life that he doesn't know the difference.
Right, and he's had so many weird stuff in his personal... So much weird stuff happened in his personal life and everything that I think if you call him a joke to his face, you're not
You don't
successful.
get it.
I've
Yeah,
been
you don't
successful,
get it.
Yeah.
You're not Hollywood. You're not seeing the big picture. That's how I feel about you, Jay.
Listen, you're not the first person to say it to me.
God, my eyes are so dry today. Like so.
You want some drop? I got some drops. You want some drops?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I have drops
man.
for like dry eye.
I don't know. I didn't get allergies till I was in my 40s, and now I can predict what's going to happen with the weather. It's crazy. That's why I was
old man
asking.
talk.
What's that?
That's old man talk.
That is definitely.
My knees
You know, my
acting up.
joints
It's
are
gonna
hurting.
rain.
My joints
Gonna
are
rain.
killing me.
Yeah.
Can you feel it in your bones?
Yep.
That's
for
old.
sure. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. I want to remind everybody that HK Day featuring Holliston Optics is Saturday, November 2nd at Shark Coast Tactical. The crews from Heckler and Koch plus Holliston Optics will be at the shop to walk you through everything that they do. Plus, for over 50 years, HK has been the leading manufacturer of small arms and light weapons for law enforcement and military forces worldwide. And Holliston is going to be there. One of the best optic manufacturers in the world, talking all things optics, red dots, and lights. So if you're after the new HK pistol or rifle and want to pair it up with one of the top Holliston optics, this is your chance to save big. Get to Shark Coast Saturday, November 2nd. There'll be tons of prizes, killer giveaways, and special offers galore with HK and Holliston reps on site. The shop is open, slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and open online 24/7 at sharkcoasttactical.com. They are located on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. Now, when we come back from break, Ian Beckles will be here, and I am not looking forward to football, but I don't mind it as much because I'm not getting punched today.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I have no idea. I don't look at the scores, Carmen, and match them up when you send it over to see. I wait until you reveal it on the show.
A lot of crazy games, a lot of one-score games by a couple points.
Yeah,
Some upsets.
I feel like what is this week? Like it's like halfway into it already, aren't we?
We're going into week 8.
That was week.
That was
week 8.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're going into week 9.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous, man.
Yeah, Steelers and Giants tonight.
It's going to be
that's
over.
right. That'll be good. That'll be fun to bet on.
I was telling Galvin, I don't like the Bucks play Kansas City on Monday Night Football next week. I don't like when my team plays on Monday Night Football.
Already another Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems like weird scheduling.
Yeah. I don't like it, though. I like just Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, because you kind of want to see your team on Sunday, even though there's plenty of football to watch.
I don't like the primetime games from when my team's playing.
Do we want to watch it here, Monday Night Football?
No.
Your team, Gio?
I can count on Gio's honesty. Listen, we all have our teams.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Some have 2 teams.
Oh, you don't call Chambo your team?
No, I used to say Chad's team, Chambo, the football
Oh,
team.
yeah.
I never say my team.
Oh,
Yeah, a little bit.
You can't
Have I ever referred to Chambo as my team ever on air?
You can't be a fan of a team.
You can. You're just saying my team, which
You-
sounds.
I feel like when nobody's listening, you take some of the success.
Of
like
course.
You, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'm
for
out
those
there. I say
meals,
I
there
call
you
the
go.
I call the plays. I do this.
No, I'm just saying, like
I-
you're like if they weren't eating the way that they were eating, they wouldn't have the nutrition.
I'm not anything like you. I don't need the credit for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I bought the meatballs. Clearly, they're winning because of me now.
You're right.
I know.
If I were you, I'd make me buy meatballs every week.
Listen, if they weren't eating horrible chicken nuggets, they probably would have won 2 more games.
Listen, hey, you want to hear my favorite insult, Carmen?
What?
Hold on, I want to pull it up so I could reach it.
I can tell you, Carmen was yelling at people on social media.
Why?
Well,
Do not
Oh
talk
my!
down.
listen, they're right. They're
Do
right.
not talk down about what food she's feeding these kids.
Ah, or give me money.
Yeah.
Because I have a very limited budget. I have to feed 50 kids
Listen,
with
feed 'em-
$100.
Get them some healthy stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me money, Gio. I'd love to.
They took it down, Carmen.
What?
It was on the Bone Fam page, and it said all the members of our show are always complaining about how they could just have enough money to get by, and I'm always bragging about my 11 refrigerators.
Yes.
I just wrote 12 underneath. But they took it down. Oh, all right. Anyway, if anybody needs to store anything, I have 12 refrigerators.
I need one of those.
A fridge?
Yeah, I
What do
need
you-
a whole like kitchen appliances.
You do?
But now I'm like worried to buy anything off of like Facebook Marketplace.
A lot of damaged stuff.
Right, people are like going and picking it up off the street,
Yep.
Yeah.
cleaning it up, and then selling it like it's.
How much you
know.
got? How much you got?
What do you mean?
How much money you got? For your, what do you need? A microwave or refrigerator and what?
Dishwasher, stove, like the whole set, the whole shebang.
You should go on a game show. You'd win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Yeah.
I have new appliances.
Do you?
Yes.
He's so rich, he's got just extra.
I know.
appliances
It's just
around.
hanging out.
All right.
Listen,
I bought a refrigerator. It was a refrigerator, a microwave, and an oven. Is that right? Is that one of the things?
Stove, oven, yeah.
Just because you were bored.
I mean, I wanted to make a clubhouse for the kids. I bought it for the condo, and I got the wrong size.
Okay. See, but that's the thing. I live in a townhouse, and mine are all built in.
Right. So I think yours will actually fit.
They would fit.
Yeah.
Listen, what do you want? I'll take it.
Oh, you know what he wants.
Gross.
Chad will be there tonight.
I don't know. Let me talk to my wife and see, and let's figure out if it'll fit because I
Yeah.
got the dimensions.
Okay.
Whatever happened
Perfect.
to the washer and dryer that you're supposed to give your in-laws?
Talk about that. Threw it away. What's that?
Threw it away.
It sat in the.
I have so many.
It sat in the garage for a year. I said they don't get it in a year. I'm throwing it out.
Man,
I'm
that's a
so
good move.
rich.
Oh, okay. See, and then you say that, and then everybody gets mad at me on Instagram.
Yeah.
You threw it away. You could have easily given that to someone
And
or
then
sold it.
He threw it away and then ordered another one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what you say. Like I could just walk up to somebody and be like, "You want a washing machine?"
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I don't. What do you think? I want people traipsing through my garage to come over here and look at the
Right,
items
because
and
you're
start
so rich,
jimmying me
it doesn't
down.
matter. Just
Oh, it
throw it
doesn't
away.
matter.
Just
Rich.
throw it away.
Listen,
I want the money.
sometimes it's easier to just throw stuff away.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'll take it.
What do you want?
Yeah, see?
I'll take a washer and dryer.
Right. That's
I
what
threw
I'm
it away
saying.
already.
Yeah.
I would have took it. I don't.
Yeah,
I
it's
lost
a-
mine.
By the way, Carmen, I mentioned that I would give you that treadmill that I have.
Yeah.
And I was saying it to Carmen. Like, I know
Like she
Carmen,
needs it.
and I'm friends with Carmen, and she's on the treadmill all the time, and I don't use that treadmill. I run outside all the time. So I was like, you could have that treadmill, whatever. 90 different people. I'll take the treadmill.
Yeah.
No. It's not for you.
Yeah.
It's for Carmen. If she,
Galvin,
Which I do
so many
appreciate.
people. If
Pretty small.
I'm like, if Ian was like, I used to drive a Corvette in the 70s, and I'm like, I don't like Corvettes. They're like, hey, tell Ian, I'll take that Corvette. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody was offering you a Corvette. It wasn't for you. Anyway, Ian Beckles is here. Let us take a break. When we come back, we'll find out how we did in our football picks, which I fear, but I'm glad I'm not getting punched. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I was at a bar in Montreal, sitting beside a guy, and I said, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm in a band." I said, "What band?" He goes, "April Wine." I go, "Get out of here, dude! I grew up. I loved you guys." I go, "You from here?" He goes, "Yeah, I grew up down the street." And we kept on talking, and he just jokingly said, "I used to go watch."
I get it. Tell me, I remember this.
I used to go watch this kid play football down the street, and it was me.
Yeah, that's wild.
That makes the world really small.
It really does. It really does. I watched. I mean, granted, I've been doing this for a long time. I've had a really fortunate to have a fun job for many years. But I was thinking about it the other day. I can't watch TV for 5 minutes without being like, I know that guy. That guy's been on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody.
Every news person,
Yep.
every media person I've done work with or hung out with, pretty much.
Has anyone else seen the influx of Dan Rather videos on Instagram?
No.
Dan Rather seems to be interviewing rock stars, but I think it's all old.
Yeah, it was some conversation or something.
Yeah.
I have seen it, though.
But he did one with Geddy Lee the other day, where I saw it the other day. I don't know, it could be 10 years old. Where Geddy Lee showed he has his massive collection of baseballs, autographed baseballs.
Oh, they're huge fans, yeah.
That's why I met them, was down at the Blue Jays field, because they were coming to watch baseball. But he has sections in his office of, he's got, these are all Hall of Famers, these are all Yankees, these are all presidents. And he goes, I know what you must be thinking, why a Canadian guy has autographed president baseballs. He goes, but this one was the first pitch that George Bush threw. This one was one of he had massive baseball collection. I was very impressed.
Because it seems like every athlete wants to be a rock star and every rock star wants to be an athlete.
What do I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, like I always think about that too. I mean, I like playing with the band, but I don't want to be an athlete. I mean, granted, I'd love to be who wouldn't want to be a rock star, but I don't really want to do that. Like, I'm trying to think of what I always like, and I definitely have no interest in being an athlete.
Very few people are blessed like yourself to get to meet a lot of both. Like if you put a list of all the athletes you've met, all the rock stars you've met, I would put you against anybody that I know. So I think you've seen both a lot of both.
But I mean, like sometimes you get a guy who's so into his job, but he always wished he could do another job. I don't know what that other job is. I mean, maybe. But I don't want to be an actor. I like being a famous actor, but I don't want to go and act.
Better than
I
this?
don't love that.
Better than this?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
no,
what
money
else?
better, job not better. If I had to get up every day and pretend that I was somebody else and do that whole thing and drain their soul of trying to be an actor, I don't have that in me whatsoever. Plus, I'm a terrible actor.
I'm shocked sometimes when people find out that actors are bad people. They're actors. Like you, I
Yeah.
like that guy.
Right.
No, you like his character.
Or the other way around. Or they don't like a guy, and it turns out he's a
Yes.
sweet guy,
No
but he
doubt.
plays a real jerk off on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I thought about it? Comedian. If I wasn't doing this, I'd want to be a comedian.
But they're so scarred.
Right, but I think that if I wasn't pursuing this career, I would want to pursue a comedy career. Not saying I could do it. I would think that I would be interested in that.
That's tough sledding, though.
It is tough.
Tough sledding.
Like, you know what I thought about the other day? Somebody was talking to me about this job and contracts and all that, and they said, what if Cox came to you and said, we're not interested in re-signing your contract, or worse, they came and said, hey, we're going to pay you less money? I'd be like, I think I'd be done. And they're like, what do you mean? I go, I think I'd be done. I mean, like, I'm 53. I don't think my contract's up for another 2 years. That puts me at 55. You know, I think I would just be done.
It's a pride thing, too, for you.
Yeah, well, it's not just the pride. It's what am I going to go to FLA and start over? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going to resurface your AM station. You know,
I
get
think
outta
you're
here.
good.
That's what I think. I think if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I talk radio a lot around here. I know more radio than most, I would say.
Yeah.
And I always have to explain. They were like, are you in radio? And I said, well, I'm not really in radio.
Yeah, you
But I'm
are.
on the Mike Calta Show every Monday, which is, and I have to explain the rating systems.
Right.
I go, here's Mike, here's everybody else.
Yeah.
But everybody else jumped together, ball together is down here. So I think people.
Do you know that still blows my mind?
What's that?
That this show does so well. Not that it's not a good show and all
Do you
that
know
stuff.
the number? Do you know the actual number? Because I've heard you just said a number once, and I go, no way.
I can tell you off the air. You're not supposed to say the numbers on the air.
Okay, is it near that?
Do that again. 40?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
I heard that once, and I go, no way.
No. I don't. I would say so. I'm going to give you an average just number because I'm not reading it off a sheet, and I don't really know. This show maybe like a 12 or 13 in that area. But then the good part is that usually in the second place, everybody starts at 6.5, 6.3,
right.
6.2, and they're all fighting for second place.
But if you remember, last year during one of the hurricanes or one of the storms, we did reach that number.
We did hit
like
that
it
one
was
number.
it was insane,
Yeah,
and we
we
were
did.
all like, "Oh
But listen to
my
me.
god!"
The jerk offs will do is will be like number one rated with the 40 share because it happened 5 minutes for one day. You know, you can't do that. That's not being very honest with
But
the
you
audience.
can, though. Like, that's what people, I mean, that's just human nature. If you're number one for a second, you're just going to keep that going for a while. How many people say best burger in Tampa? You were on one poll 10 years ago.
Gio, how do you say that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, do you
Burger
remember
guy.
there was a show on Star 95.7 called Carmen and Chris back in the day, back when we first started doing morning. So this probably had to be like 97, 98. And I was watching, this is when the news cared about radio ratings. They would do like a news story on it. And they were interviewing Carmen and Chris, and they were like, when we were number one with women 18 to 27 on a Tuesday and 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you can extrapolate any numbers as far as you want and be number one. Yeah. Well, and if you're on the radio, so this is how it's interesting because the ratings rate all the stations in the market. You have to subscribe to the ratings in order to get them. It's a service that they provide, and you have to pay for it, and you have to get it. That's why they don't want you spitting out all their information on the air about what the points are and all that. So when I said those numbers, I'm making them up based on an average. I don't know the exact numbers, so it's just for full transparency. But you know, and those fluctuate. They come out every Monday, and today it's a couple of weeks before this, like 2 weeks before this. So we may be higher, we may be lower. There was a storm there. Sometimes those things change, but it all matters when the quarterly books come out at the end of the day.
Ron used to really care about the ratings.
I really care about the ratings.
I mean, I'm not really a radio guy, so I kind of just let him care about it. For me, all I want to know is that I get my bonus.
Right.
That's it. The ratings part of it. And if you fire me, you fire me because I'm not a radio guy.
Ian, do you know how many hemorrhoids I have because of ratings? Because when they would come, Carmen, when they would come out in a paper form, I would print them out, and
Nothing should be coming out paper form back there.
not there, not from there.
You need more fiber.
right.
Yeah.
No, when I would take a copy of the ratings and I would go home, and the next time I had a poop, I would take them with me, and I would look at the ratings, and I would bring. We had a guy in Cox, not in Tampa, in Cox, in the entire country, whose job it was to look at markets, look at their ratings, and say, and I arranged for a meeting with him one time. And I remember we were in that meeting, Alvin. I think it was a phone conference meeting, and the guy goes, "Okay, I have your ratings here." He goes, "What is it exactly that you want to know?" I go, "Everything. I want to know what." And he goes, "I don't know of anybody else in this market that has such a dominant lead that is so worried about that." I go, "I'm not worried about it." I go, "But I'm not going to be caught without not paying attention. If all of a sudden you tell me this new show came to town, and slowly but surely they're gaining some speed, I want to know who that is, And I used to just do that, but now it's so difficult of a process to get them and get them online, all that stuff that I do the same thing. I go, just tell me what I need to know. We're number one. Where's number two? Mm-hmm. And I laugh at the people who are in 19th place.
Have we ever gone head to head ever?
I don't think so, because you were on in middays.
Well, we did mornings too. We did mornings.
Oh, then maybe.
We did 9 to 12 for a bit.
Maybe. Yeah, but 9 to 12 is only an hour. Just to be fair to both of us, it's only an hour in the morning. So you can't take 4 hours and compare them. I mean, you could extrapolate that hour for sure, but I mean, it would be unfair to both of us to say, "Oh, look at this 4-hour cumulative number." When you only had one of those hours.
I'm still friends and hang out with Pat and Aaron over there at the other station.
Right.
When they talk about ratings, it's always like, well, you know who we're up against. That's how it all starts.
You know what they're up against? They're up against the FM frequency. That's what they're up against. That's the problem.
Well, they have an FM station.
Yeah, but they don't. They have FM repeaters, don't they?
No, they have a real station.
Oh, really?
For a long when I was there.
Then they just stink. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I am not
in general.
Here's my thing. I'm not a sports radio guy. I do like sports radio guys, but I don't listen to it. Mm-hmm. Like I know Krasnicki forever, but I'm not listening to sports radio. I could care less. Even back in the day when Doomig was on and Doomig would talk about hockey, and I thought, who loves hockey enough to hear all this? Like a care, Which is why I think you and Ron had a lot of success, was because there would be way more than sports, and the way you talked about sports is the way people wanted to hear it.
Well, Ron was very specific to begin with that I don't want this to be a sports show.
Right.
And he said, I want it to be like the Man Show.
Yeah.
And I go, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, because sports is not really his thing. Radio and entertainment is his thing.
Yeah.
And I did the sports, and he kind of did the entertainment. But in the meantime, I learned a lot about radio being with Ron.
Well, also, if you look at these great sports radio shows, none of their greatest stuff is sports. You look at Rich Eisen clips, it's him interviewing Seinfeld and all these other people. No, they don't really care. And they're like, "Oh, you're a Met fan."
The sports
and that's
shows, the sports shows where you don't have to be a big sports fan and you can still enjoy the show.
Sure.
To me, those are the most effective. Those are the best ones.
I don't care about college football or college sports in any capacity. I will watch some of it sometimes, but I don't know. I don't know the difference from the ACC to the UFC to any of that stuff. But I'll watch Pat McAfee whenever he's on, and I'll watch him do College Game Day, and I'll watch all that stuff because that's a guy who's just fun to watch.
You see where he was at last week?
No, where?
He was at my, brace yourself, 8-0 Indiana Hoosiers, who have not trailed yet this year.
Oh, wow.
They haven't trailed yet this year.
Yeah.
And they're 8-0, and they're trouncing everybody.
That's a big deal.
When they beat Washington this week, or I think they play Michigan State, I'm going. They're going to be 9-0 playing Michigan at home. I'm going in 2 weeks.
Are you really?
I have to.
That's great.
I haven't been back since I left.
Oh, wow.
That's 89 now. I haven't been back. Been kind of busy.
I get that.
Right?
Now, when you go back, and I don't mean this, I mean this in all honesty, when you go back, do you call somebody and say, "Hey, it's Ian Beckles, I'm coming back," and go on the field and stuff, or are you just going to StubHub and get
In all due respect, it should be like that, but it ain't.
Right.
I made a couple of emails, and I was like, "Hey," and they were like, "You should have got the email at the beginning where all the players." I'm like, "Oh, come on, dude!"
Nobody knew you guys would be this good.
I'm the same as a walk-on, dude. I played 9 years in the league. I'll be honest. I think I go back. I don't think anybody knows me.
Remind me, how many played pro from that?
From Indiana?
From the school?
A few, but not that many for 9 years. I got to be up there somewhere.
Well, that's funny.
My bench press record's still there.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
475.
Holy smokes!
Did you get a plaque?
No, they get you put your face on the wall.
Did you have the
No.
thing? No.
Straight up, yeah.
Nice.
Straight up.
Nice.
Without steroids, by the way.
They put your face on the wall.
There's literally a 2 inch by 2 inch, and it says 475.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Listen, I broke a record in high school. I got nothing. I got a news article.
Yeah, but banging the most guys doing
That's not the record.
Teachers either.
That is not the record I broke.
What's up, coach?
Thank you. You guys are jerks.
By the way, Carmen doesn't get enough credit for Chambo's success. I have to say that.
Listen,
Thank you, Ian.
I will tell you that over the weekend I was sitting there talking to my wife about this, about how just the machine that went into Chambo between you and Chad and Carmen and all the people that went in there and said, we're going to fix this, and fixed it. And Carmen, we joke about it.
Yeah, I know.
But the amount of interest that you just paid to those kids, I think, is more than they have probably ever gotten, let alone the food that follows it,
Right. Like the food is something I like to cook, so that comes easy. What I've been enjoying doing for them is the social media. These kids are so funny. And because I'm not their parent, like some of the stuff, like nothing they say really bothers me.
Right.
But the kids are so funny and just their kid ways and stuff, and the things they say, I love it. I'm having so much
Does it make
fun.
you feel bad that you're too old to have kids now?
I am not.
Oh.
I could easily have a child if I wanted to.
I mean, if you want
Easily?
you want to gamble with the genes.
It'd be considered high risk for sure.
Yeah.
I would talk to a doctor.
I'm not high risk yet. I think I still have 2 more years before I'm high risk.
Plus no eyebrows.
A lot of these kids, I don't think a lot of people have ever really cared for them.
That's what I'm saying.
Because,
Yeah.
like Carmen's caring. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling them, listen, I'm here, guys, and I'm not getting paid. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I obviously care. So I had to miss a little bit because I didn't have a vehicle, and I'm obviously a lot of things were happening. So I had to miss a few practices, and I'm like, they're like, Coach, you're gonna be there next week. And these are the kids that I curse out the most.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're almost embracing me to come and curse me
Yeah.
out. I need to be cursed out.
It's funny because I was talking about it this weekend with people, but I said to Pete one time, I go, you think he's up? You think the kids that he coaches hate him or
No
love
way.
him? And
No
Pete was
way.
like, they'd walk through fire for him. Yeah.
Well, think about this. What do they want to do?
They want to win.
Okay, they also want to be pro.
Yeah.
They want to go
So want to go the next level.
My kids are in high school. They want to go to college. They're looking at me, go, Darren, you did it. So what you say should be legitimate.
Yeah.
Okay. And instead of whoever's there last, I'm not dogging them out. But after the first practice, my line practice, I had 2 linemen come up to me to go, I learned more today than I learned all last year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not an accident.
No.
If somebody has a podcast that teach somebody radio, it won't be the same as anybody in this room teaching them.
Oh. Do you know I don't like golf, but I do like going to the driving range.
Still?
Yeah, like every once in a while I'll get a hair up my ass to do that, or Top Golf,
Mm-hmm.
And I try to tell Joey this all the time. I went to the driving range with Pete, and I was hitting the ball, and Pete came over and he goes, turn your wrist this way and choke up a little. And I was crushing the ball. And I go, God, if you just have somebody that knows what they're doing to teach you a little bit, it goes so far. It goes so far.
Golf's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, if you think you're going to change something and then go to a golf course and make it good,
No,
that's
but I mean, as far as just smashing it off the tee, you know what I mean? I was hitting him straighter after he was done, and nobody had ever taught me how to do any of that
it's
stuff.
the basics, okay?
Yeah.
So we have kids out there that didn't know the basics.
Yeah.
If you don't take your right footwork and your hands are in the right place, the rest of it doesn't, effort and everything doesn't matter.
You got no chance.
You have no chance
Yeah.
at all. They didn't know that.
How is the Dignitary Cafe doing after Hurricane rebuild?
We're rebounding.
Yeah,
I
saw a lot of pictures, a lot of people there.
The other day we had a psychedelics group come through, and with like 30 people all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
And they're in there drinking up a bunch of kava and kratom. It was wonderful. It's been slow. If you look up and down West Shore, I know Tate's Pizza, West Shore. Tate's Pizza didn't reopen. West Shore Pizza is like half open.
Oh, really?
That part of Tampa got smashed.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're open at all is
You're
amazing.
closest. You're closer than all of them to the water.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
that's crazy. Carmen, do we need to take a break, or can we do the football picks, or what do we got to do?
We can do either or, but we can do either or, honestly.
All right, let's take a quick break so we don't have to rush, and then when we come back, we'll see how we did in our football picks. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Tell me, as you usually do, who came in dead last?
Listen, this was a tight week.
Like Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Can I say I almost picked the Browns just because of
pick
Jameis, knowing there's no damn way they would win, and I was obviously wrong.
But you didn't.
I didn't know.
So this week, in last place with 8 wins, Gio
Brutal.
and Pat
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
with 9 wins, Mike Calta, Galvin,
No.
Martine, and myself.
Oh.
And this week's solo winner
from Indiana State.
Yeah.
cannot be
I'm sorry,
caught.
Indiana.
11 wins, Ian Beckham.
Wow.
Didn't take the Bucks.
He played.
Smart. And Bucks.
Very smart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How many wins do you say I had?
I have you with 9.
I believe I have 10.
I'm going to go by what's on the paper.
Yeah, I'm going by my paper right here.
Oh, I better
Hold
check
on a
mine
minute.
too then. Yeah.
Oh,
So
so
I
I
had
probably
the-
have 12.
I had the Lions, the Texans,
Yep.
Packers, Dolphins, Falcons.
Cardinal won.
Dolphins lost, didn't they?
Yeah.
Dolphins lost.
Oh, Dolphins lost.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I said there's no way. I was just checking.
I will accept
Relax,
my apology.
last place.
All right.
Jameis over there. Both of you guys calm down.
All right.
Just want to make sure we got it.
Carmen, you're doing a great job.
I hate it.
You're
Derek.
accurate. You're accurate, and I never question your
Nope.
accounting.
I make mistakes, but that's why I also send the paper with the pick so everyone can, it's up to you.
Just leave you alone.
Police yourselves.
Well, she's the most educated.
She is the
That is true.
highest form of education on the show.
Yeah.
How did I do so bad?
You didn't do bad, though. You had 8 wins. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not
It's
good.
just that, Ian got 11.
Everybody take the Steelers tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the score.
Well, you better beat the Giants.
What did I take?
And do you guys want the overall?
Yes.
Sure, why
Rankings.
not? Depress me even further.
I have those. In last place with 0 wins and 2 losses, Mike Calta.
I believe your accounting is accurate, and I will not question it.
Okay.
Certainly not with that vomitous yell that Galvin has.
With a 1 win, 1 loss, myself.
Yeah.
With 2 wins, 1 loss, Martine and Ian. With 2 wins, 0 losses, Galvin. With 3 wins, 2 losses, Gio. And still, at week 8, our leader, Joe,
Pap,
with,
pap the
What's
Greek.
going on,
with
everybody?
3 wins, 1 loss.
You're racking up those losses now, though, buddy.
Yeah. This is where it gets tight.
All right.
A long way to go.
Yeah,
Long way to
maybe,
go.
Maybe.
I know I asked this question, but did anybody see the Beetlejuice movie, the second one?
Yes.
No,
I did not.
saw it. I watched it last night.
You did. Nobody else saw it except for
I
Joe?
saw it.
Did you like it?
It's all right.
Joe?
No,
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Not as good as the original.
There was no storyline. It was like they were just catching up with the characters. It didn't seem like there was much of a plot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they need to
That's the
redo it
storyline.
like Jumanji? Like those are me. They don't need to redo those movies.
Probably
But
not.
Jumanji was way better than when they redid it.
Okay.
I didn't see either of the Jumanjis, but I knew that the one that with The Rock and Jack Black was funny and made more money than the other one even dreamed
But
of.
this
And-
also wasn't a redo. This was
Right.
a sequel,
Yeah.
the
Oh.
long-awaited sequel, which we've said a million times.
Rarely pan out.
Right.
But I believe they're doing a third one as well.
Yeah, you got this
It's
much
gonna make
heat.
money.
You
Yeah.
got the heat right now. You might as well just
It's
do
going to
it.
be Beetlejuice.
The only long-awaited sequel so far that we have seen that has been good was Top Gun Maverick.
Pretty much.
Although we talked about it whenever we were saying about that, the other one is Color of Money
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the
but
Hustler,
that was
the Color of
Yeah.
Money. Yeah.
I'm not much of a Tom Cruise fan.
Oh,
I know. I listen to you guys talk about him.
Oh.
So I won't say
I mean,
much.
I don't
but
think there's anybody
I
better.
mean, no offense.
Yeah.
No offense. Canadian.
Yeah.
That's why.
I understand.
I
You,
just
you're
don't
more
get
of a
it.
Michael J. Fox guy.
Yeah, you don't get it.
No, but I don't get the Tom Cruise thing.
What don't you get?
Top Gun to me was weak.
You never felt the need for speed.
No,
That's why.
no,
Weak.
Yeah.
Nah,
I watched the original one last night instead of Maverick. I went back and went old school.
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of the first one.
Can't believe I'm going to say this to you two jokers. You're headed to Top Gun.
When's the next one coming out?
I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
did they start doing it yet or no?
I don't think so. No.
Will that one be as good as the second one?
Yes.
Listen, you got that kid. What's his name? The new guy?
Miles Teller?
No. The other guy. The guy that's the new Iceman.
Oh,
He's great.
yeah.
Miles
Twisters.
Teller's great. And, you got the great Tom Cruise in there. They gave him an age-appropriate girlfriend that was still hot.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, they didn't try to make him...
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell,
Glenn- I want to say Glenn Close.
Nope. She would not be very good in the movie.
But not Glenn.
Oh.
Kelly McGillis aged so poorly they didn't even mention her in the movie.
no.
They showed 1/2 a second of a flashback, and that was it.
Because what? That was like his girlfriend in the first one or something?
Yeah. She was older than him, but they were like super in love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I watched the first one once the night before we went to go see the
Yeah.
second one.
Right, because that was kind of a nod to that whole thing. Was they were hitting? Tom Cruise hits on her in the bar and gets with her, and then he finds out that she's an instructor or whatever. And then the same thing. Whenever those guys carry Tom Cruise out of the bar, and then he comes in as the instructor. So it was kind of a little.
It was so perfect.
Yeah.
It was so all the
Yeah.
cheesy nods to the first movie were perfect.
It all came full circle.
Yeah. When Tom Cruise came on that screen and he said, "Thank you for waiting for this movie to come in," we were
Yeah.
like, "You're welcome, Tom."
Yeah.
Damn right.
And then afterwards, I wanted to send him a video and go, "Thank you for making this movie." That and where are you at on Mission Impossible?
I didn't do it.
Oh, come
Man.
I
None
went-
of them.
No.
Well, of course you're not a Tom Cruise guy.
you can't
What did
even-
you see Far and Away once, and you were like, "What is this? What's the hype about?"
Don't do
can't
Tom
have an
Cruise.
opinion.
I just don't do Tom Cruise.
Oh my
You
gosh,
can't attack black people for not doing Tom Cruise.
that's like you telling me I can't appreciate Denzel.
No, that's not
Yeah,
the same.
Tom Cruise-
Denzel's talented. Sorry.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise
Does his own
is colorless.
stunts.
He's colorless.
Let's look. Yeah, he's like an odor that you have to add smell to it because you don't want you to take too much of it.
Right.
A Few Good Men? Never seen A Few Good Men?
Oh,
Very good movie.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Tom. That was
Are you
was.
kidding me?
Jack.
no.
They made Jack
It was
say
Jack.
that he made
was
Jack
Jack.
say, "You're damn right, I did."
Jack was in that movie for literally 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's why he made it.
Tom Cruise carried the whole
He
movie.
made it.
Did you order the Code Red?
Yeah.
He's so good in that. He's so good.
So good.
Jack is so good in that.
Jerry
Tom is
Maguire? So, show me the money?
Yeah, Cuba.
Oh my God.
The weak part of the movie was Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, what? What are you talking
Him
about?
and he had the Quan.
Yeah, you complete me.
Let's be honest. The star of that movie was Glenn Fry. I loved Glenn Fry in that movie.
Fry. I forgot about that. The agent.
Man.
Yeah, what about Interview with a Vampire?
No. I don't do
Brad-
I don't do vampire.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
That's way better.
I
Risky
like
Business?
Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Risky
Risky
Business.
I probably peeped it back in the day, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
All the Right Moves. Football
That
movie.
The slides risky
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
All the Right Moves. A football movie when you're in high school.
I don't like very many football movies.
Okay.
Jack
What
Reacher?
is Jack Reacher? 2 Jack Reacher movies.
You don't even know Jack Reacher.
No.
You can't. You don't have an opinion. It doesn't count.
Wow.
You're missing out on the good ones.
It's great.
If
You're
you
great.
didn't see any of the Mission Impossibles
Yeah.
and you didn't see Jack Reacher, you don't really know Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
You don't have enough to go on.
Yeah.
I'm good with that though. But
Yeah,
I'm
you're missing
okay,
out
right?
though.
I know
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best high school football movie?
Oh.
The program.
Hold on, I forgot about the
yeah.
program.
Actually,
That's college.
I disagree.
college.
Sorry, I'm wrong. Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Why is that
Waterboy
funny?
is the most successful sports film of all time.
Waterboy is one of the funniest sports movie ever made. And real football movies don't depict the game of football very well. And Waterboy's a joke.
Not even Varsity Blues.
No, it's all bad. They're all bad.
Coach Kilmer.
Varsity Blues. is
Bud
great.
Kilmer. He's gonna lose district.
Longest yard?
Longest Yard is a wonderful movie.
Remember the Titans?
Original or Adam Sandler?
Oh, definitely original.
Yeah.
That Adam
Definitely
Sandler one was so over the top. It was terrible. Okay, wait. Friday Night Lights
Friday Night Lights is excellent.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
But Varsity Blues.
Remember
is
the
the best.
Titans is probably
I love Remember
top
the
5.
Titans.
That's amazing.
I think Remember the Titans may be in there. One of my favorite movies.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I mean that everything from Denzel to that kid, the
fat
little
kid?
girl, the fat Ethan Suplee.
That fat kid is now crazy.
Oh, he's been on the
Diesel
show
now.
recently. Yeah,
Diesel,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Ripped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Good for him.
Claims to have lost all the weight by diet and exercise, but did have surgery to tighten up his skin because he had gained so much weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't say that he's lying. I'm saying that's what he's.
Well, he
said.
doesn't look like somebody who even did the lipo or Zempic because he's really full.
Yeah.
No, he definitely works out.
Yeah,
Like, he
he works
definitely
out a
works
lot.
out. But
But also, if you're that big
oh yeah,
that he was, and you start working out, you're going to lose
Yeah,
a
yeah.
ton of weight.
sure.
And you are going to lose it so fast that your skin doesn't
Right. Isn't
stretch
gonna-
properly. So you got to get that cut off.
Yeah, no. Look, all things about him great. Like he got
you're
himself in
I
good
feel
shape.
like you're trying to put him down.
No, not at all. All I said was, according to him, he did not do any.
And then you bit your lip and turned your head.
I didn't bite my lip. That's how I flirt with people.
You went like this. You, according to him, he lost all that weight by diet and exercise.
That's how you flirt, biting your lip. That's your
Sexy.
flirt look.
Yeah.
I couldn't even do that with a straight face. Can I tell you what my new move with my wife is?
Oh boy.
This is so great. We'll be sitting there, like we went to my daughter's softball game, and just the two of us were sitting in the bleachers, and we're about half a foot away from each other. And I just look at her, and I have to explain this because I can't show it on it, but I half open my mouth and I just lean in. And I go, she just smacks me in the face. I go, what? I am your husband. Come on. And I lean in. Oh, dude.
It's like a biting mouth.
Yeah,
Old man biting mouth.
it's gross. I wouldn't touch it.
Come up behind her and smell her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.